To truly know a city, we must know who believes in it, who invests in it, who has a stake in its future. This is Detroit. It is a city where something quite remarkable is taking place, something unique in the history of cities. We're here on these 33 acres of riverfront property.
Detroit State of Mind is on the air. Bringing you the sounds of Detroit's underground, straight to your ear holes. Rock, punk, and metal. If it's Detroit, you'll hear it here. Unless you're a dick. And now, your overlords, Rich and Dave.
Georgia's all my mind. I'm stuck here in this Detroit state of mind.
But to show me of what I can be. The holy book has a message of mine. The end is coming, but I'm not running. But I've already wasted my time. Ghost unafraid of ghosts, oh no.
State of Mind. Episode 43 is on the air.
Yeah.
Woo!
Howdy.
We got the boys from Catharsis in the house. We got a special guest host today, Mr. Harry Queen. Well, not Mr. Harry Queen, but Todd Farnham in the house, lead singer of Harry Queen. Welcome, sir.
We played a gig with you.
What's that?
We played a gig together.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Wasn't it Bacchus?
Yeah. Guess
Oh my
what?
God.
We're playing there October 1st as well.
Fuck yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Are you guys
Yeah.
playing that day?
No. We it was our first time playing Bacchus when we played with you guys.
Yeah, it was a good fucking gig.
We played in Ohio. We played at a place called Strum Around.
Yeah. I was
The
gonna
night
s-
before that.
Someone had said something about that place, and we're like, well, we need to get in on that.
Yeah, it's
too.
pretty neat. There's a lot of cool places. The Grog Shop's a cool place too.
Yeah.
Downtown Cleveland.
The Agora is another good one too.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah. There was a new one that just opened.
Are they just going to talk or what?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding, dude. I'm
out.
Apparently, I always
You
do that
guys
to
mind
Dave, too.
shutting the fuck up?
Can we do this the proper way, or do you want to do it your way, Aaron?
I'm sorry.
So, can we go around the table and introduce each one of y'all and tell us what you do in the band?
Yeah, all right. I'm Beck. I play guitar.
He also does backup vocals too.
Do that as
Yes,
well.
you do.
Yeah.
Sticks his tongue out a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
It's
more of an
it's
average-
exactly that, too.
Yeah.
It's a good
It's
pick
for the
holder.
ladies. It's for the
No.
ladies.
Just going to pick up lines.
I'm Aaron. I sing and play guitar.
I'm Dom. I play drums and I sing sometimes.
I'm Tyler, and I play bass, and I do backing vocals.
He shouts.
Very
Shout
loudly.
sometimes.
Very loudly, sir. Shout. I didn't know you guys switched mics. That's why I had to kind of turn yours down. You were actually louder than him. That's going to be hell for mixing, but thanks a lot, though.
No, it was his mic. They switched
Oh.
mics. Yeah, it was the backup mic.
Oh. Well, then you're a quiet son of a bitch, then.
Yeah, sorry.
That could be fixed.
Two different types of vocals
It could be
at
fixed
the
in the
time.
mix.
Yeah.
Beck's
Just,
like,
just more work.
Making do. We were just making do with the materials we have.
Hey, we don't have a lot, dude.
I love this setup. I think this is
great
really cool.
setup.
This is a really
It
cool
is.
place.
It's nice. Very cool. Very cool.
I
Are
literally
you guys trying to
said-
move in now or something? Like,
I mean, yeah. You renting out rooms?
I got one available right now.
All right, cool.
We'll take it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that drum set's feeling pretty comfortable. I might want to take that too.
Yeah, a lot of people like that. That's actually my other partners.
That's it's a good drum set. I like it.
Nice.
What is it? What kind of drum set is it?
Yes, I don't know.
It's a
Oh, okay.
Thai drum set. You know why? Because I'm a drum nerd and I look at everything on drums and I'm like, oh, that's Thai, and everyone else is like,
What the
I-
fuck does that even mean, Dan?
Dude, he bought that kit for like $300.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Steel.
it's a good color too. I like the dark blue.
Dark
on it.
blue, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to like. So most like drummers don't have to bring stuff over for the most part. I mean, unless you want to bring breakables, whatever. Like got the basics here, whatever. So
Yeah.
That's crazy that he has our band name on his
I know.
drum.
I know, right?
I know.
It changes
very
every
cool.
time we do a show.
Yeah, we actually knew you guys were coming over, so we had one custom made.
Oh, I
thank
appreciate it.
you.
And you knew all the names of the songs.
Right.
Absolutely,
You really
yeah.
are a super
I
fan.
am a super fucking fan.
Yeah.
And that's one of the benefits of having a graphics designer do the show. It's
Yeah.
because they can just change the logo every
Yeah,
show. so-
100%.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Wait, who's the graphic designer? Not it. Make stuff.
Oh, stop it. Reach around, pat your back, buddy.
Yeah, give yourself a reach around or whatever you said.
Yeah, reach around.
If my arms were longer, I would.
My arms are longer. I'd shave my back.
Need a hand?
Oh,
So how long has Catharsis been around? What's the origin?
When I was in my first year of college, I decided that I wanted to be in a band, and
But not the other one, though. I'm kidding.
my buddy Alex played guitar and bass and whatever, and I told him that I wanted to be in a band. So me and him started jamming, and then we did it the old-fashioned way, where we just like made a really shitty flyer that says like, we like Metallica, just insert all the beginner
Right.
like into metal bands,
Right.
And then we're looking for a drummer, and we got with this guy who really liked hair metal, and then we got with our buddy this guy Kevin, and after a little while, with college, like traveling away for college, we lost Alex, and then with college and marching band and stuff, Kevin was really busy, so he couldn't stay in the band, and then me and him were working with Tyler, so we just asked him, we're like, we know you're a good bass player, and you've been in a couple of bands, and we're like, you could help us out, and play bass, so that way we can start gigging. And then he knew Beck and was like, yeah, I know a good guitar player. If you guys want another guitar player, so
this is the original lineup then, or
no?
No, there was an original guitar player and an original bass player and an original drummer. They played the first show. I was in another band, and it was also their first show. So both of us, collectively our first show, my band played first, and then they played second. And I remember, kind of talking to him a little bit. I knew Kevin from high school. That's how I really knew them. And then I remember talking to him. I was just like, I was fine in my original band, but I was like, I like your guys' music. If you guys ever, split ways with the other drummer, then I would definitely be interested. And they were like, well,
Wink,
it's funny that you say that.
Wink, wink.
So they like hit me up 2 weeks after their first gig, and they were like, hey, it's not happening with the other drummer. Do you want to audition? I was like, yes. So I joined, and then...
Did you quit the other band then?
Yeah. I tried to do that for a little while, because they were my friends from high school, but I was just like, I don't really want to...
Peace out.
Yeah. So it was tough because, the guys were my best friends, but like, I had a lot more fun playing with these guys. And then, yeah.
You gotta make it work sometimes. You gotta make some sacrifices, and sometimes it has really weird social ramifications. But
sometimes you gotta hurt some people, man.
Sometimes you gotta hurt feelings.
You gotta crack some eggs and make an omelet.
So what happened with the band that you left?
Well, they kind of just dissipated because
Damn, they're playing Wembley.
Yeah, I mean, not the best decision. Guys, I think I'm gonna go now. But yeah, they
have to call somebody.
They kind of fell off after a while. I've played a couple of shows with them because we had scheduled some shows, and I was like, I'll play these shows, but like after that I'm done, or you guys find another drummer or something like that. So
yeah.
But was it our first or second show with you that you double gigged with them?
It was the second Catharsis show, but it was my first show with Catharsis. I double gigged with my old band and the this band. I don't know how close I should
Blind
be.
Pig,
right about
right?
here.
No, you're good, man.
But yeah, that was Blind Pig out in Ann Arbor, and we played to like nobody. But it was because it was Ann Arbor. It was really hard to try to. We had just come off our first show, and everybody had come out for our first show, and we were like,
Right.
"Oh, we can totally bring as much people at 12:30 in the morning in Ann Arbor." It's like everybody who knows us is in Warren. That's where we played. We're not going to be able to do. But anyways,
no one has gas money to drive out there.
Oh my god, we went on super late. It was nice because I could set up my kit. My old band went on, and then they tore their stuff down, and then I went up and just left all my stuff up there,
Right.
and then played a set with them, and then But that lineup that was together for like 2 or 3 years, and then COVID hit, and then we wrote new songs. We got back, we were having fun with it, and then we played one show with the original lineup, the last show, and that was also at Blind Pig, and then our guitar player left because he was doing college stuff and he just wasn't really feeling.
Well, he didn't
anymore.
leave. To be fair, he didn't leave. The conversation we had was he was talking to me about how he was going to Wayne State and he was commuting because we practice in Sterling Heights. Wayne State's just it's in downtown, so it's like a 20-minute drive. It's not that big of a deal. And he said he was like, yeah, I'm thinking about trying to go to transferring to Michigan State. And that's all the way in Lansing, and he was planning on going in person, and I was like, well...
Then we're done.
I said, not immediately. I said, you're going to come down every weekend for rehearsal, right? And he's like, I'm thinking once a month. And I went, then we're not...
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we had a group... we all got onto a call and all had like a...
group hug, a cry.
No, we talked about it. We talked about it and just told them.
Zoom.
We all talked about it and told the truth, and just we're honest.
Rare.
And what was really funny actually was at one point he was like, "I'll be right back," and then like you could hear him and his mom like I just don't think they have any respect for you. Like going. Like,
you could hear him in the background.
Yeah, and we're like, it was super awkward, and none of us ever said anything. But it was like, yeah, I just don't think they have a little respect. They just don't respect you, and it's like, no, it's just we want to gig and practice and write and
what's wrong with that?
It was just like, hey, you have your priority, which nothing wrong with
you
that.
Can't fault somebody for that.
Yeah, you can't fault somebody for that, and it wasn't it was just like, hey, if that's what you're gonna prioritize, then we're not thinking
it's a two-way street, man.
It was funny too because like at that time I didn't really worry too much about image for the band, but I did want something because I was like, it's kind of hard when you got one dude looks like he literally is a frat boy, which was our old guitar player, and then he's wearing football jerseys all the time. He looks like a football player. I'm over here in my metal shit, and then our bass player was he's still in a band. But he didn't want to do metal anymore. He was doing like alternative light stuff, and that's how he would that entire style. So it was like all this, and then I was constantly wearing like a leather jacket. I had my long hair all the time, and he actually stating his reasons like why he wasn't really feeling it anymore. He was like kind of jabbing at. He's like, yeah, I don't feel like growing my hair long and like wearing a fucking leather jacket all the time. And I'm just like, ouch. Tell us how you really feel, man.
So basically, you dress like shit. Is what
yeah,
you're saying.
yeah. And I'm like, yeah, well, I could go off on you, motherfucker, but like, it gets,
we're all buddies. We're all buddies.
It sounds
it's
like
just
it.
like it. Well, no,
that was a long time.
It was really rough and really awkward and really like it was like, yeah, this is shitty, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you just gotta move on. Sometimes you just gotta move on because it's like we want to do shows, we want to practice, we don't want to have to wait on you and rely on you to be free. And also at the same time, it's like that would be a bitch to drive from Lansing to Sterling Heights.
I wouldn't fucking do it.
Like we want to be a consistent band.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like gigging and practicing every week. And
we practice twice a week.
Yeah.
And we've got
my question.
body of work. Oh, okay. Yeah, we practice on Tuesdays when we all get out of work, and then on Saturdays at like noon. Like we'll always
You
rehearse.
guys wake up before noon?
Yeah.
Why?
Sometimes.
What's the point?
Sometimes your eyes just get tired of being shut,
It's very true. Well, it's because we got to get the practice out of the way, earlier.
Also, get it out of the way so
we can go do stuff like because
Yeah,
on
like
a Saturday you
like
wanna-
drugs, chicks, and drugs and chicks,
a lot of
and
prostitutes,
strippers,
all the fun
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah,
all the spoils of fame.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
God, I'm so jealous.
I can't do cocaine and have sex with strippers on weekdays.
Well, why not?
Because I'm busy with a bunch of shit. But on Saturdays, if we do practice early in the day, then I've got an entire day to fuck strippers and do coke.
It's not good for the company.
It's not good for the company. No, that's
You
the
ever
wrong move.
You ever go to a strip club on a Monday?
No.
At lunch?
God forbid you go to one on a fucking Tuesday. Jeez.
Me and my stepbrother, I was
Actually saw bullet wounds.
right? I like your C-section scar. It's hot. Me and my stepbrother went to a club in Canada. I was like 19. We'd go there like, 4 or 5 days a week, whatever. We went there on a fucking Monday, and it was like a 40th anniversary. There was 40 chicks and me and him. That was it. It was like a setup, dude.
Sounds like a
it
dream come true.
I know. I know. And they're all speaking like French Canadian, like
yeah.
taking our money, not translating it back. Good times.
All right, can you put out a poll on your guys' page, and maybe around the time when this episode comes out, I honestly want to know how many people think you look like James Hetfield. It bothers me. It bothers me so bad.
I'm not gonna lie. I've probably had 20 people say that to me, and I don't fucking see it at all, man.
I hear it in the voice too.
Really?
I hear it in the voice.
Like I saw you, like
Really?
when I was here for the first time when Sidine did theirs, and I was looking at you, and then I was like, okay, he looks a little bit, and then you started talking more, and I was like, no, he fucking sounds like James Hetfield too.
I don't see it, man. So awkward.
Gonna put out a poll. Does he look like James Hetfield?
You're
Yes or no?
James Hetfield.
So who does Todd look like? What, just Todd?
Dad?
You say dead?
Dad, is that you?
Papa?
Go to your room. You're grounded. No dinner. You're getting a PB&J tonight.
Oh, my favorite.
You're getting Ritz crackers with peanut butter.
You get Ritz crackers and a glass of water.
Yeah, you get a pack, dip them in that shit.
You get a pack of MREs.
Right. Some astronaut ice cream.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, I'm pissed off. Every time I see astronaut ice cream anywhere, it's always like a fake ice cream sandwich. I'm like, what happened to the strip of the Metropolitan where it's just like chocolate vanilla and strawberry? They don't do that anymore.
I never actually tried that shit. Is it kind of like cotton candy?
I think
No,
or
no,
whatever.
it's-
You can get it on Amazon.
It's real. It's like just really chalky candy.
Really?
It kind of tastes like ice
So
cream.
that's how we treat our military, giving them fucking chalky
Giving them
ice cream.
candy.
Yeah.
Fucked up, man.
And bam, they all got diabetes now.
Yeah, I know. Guilty.
Come back from the war as a diabetic.
I lost a leg. How? Diabetes. In the war.
In the war. Does that
Get
count?
shot off? No. High sugar, man.
Yeah, man.
They said they had to take one of the legs.
Right. They took the wrong one.
Killed the wrong boy.
Oh,
Have you heard of that shit? People going in for amputation surgery, and they'll mark the leg,
Yeah.
and they'll cut the wrong one off.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they'll amputate the wrong fucking leg.
Well, thank God.
Or foot, or whatever appendage they're...
And then they're just like, shit, well, we have to take the other one off. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Just sew the left on the right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're walking
Hopefully
off.
that
Gonna have to cut off.
Hopefully that doesn't happen during a circumcision.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
you gotta cut off the pinky finger, right? You marked up the finger's out. It's like, oh, I gotta cut his dick off. I'm sorry.
Whoops.
Ah, shit, wrong one.
Wrong pinky.
We cut off your dick, but we replaced it with one of your other fingers. So take a look. This is my pinky toe.
Yeah, it bends easier.
Just put my leg on there.
What'd you guys put my pinky on there?
What are you doing?
No,
I'm
that's
trimming
your
my
penis.
dick. The nail's getting too long.
Oh, you got a nail on the end?
I got a coke nail on my dick. Oops.
Oh, dude. What? Oh. So what got you started playing music, man?
Me?
Yes. I'm looking right at you.
Yeah.
I don't have a wobbly eye.
Yeah.
He's got a wandering eye.
He doesn't know.
Hey, Barry Sanders.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's me.
There you go.
That's who you look like, yeah.
No, I started playing music. I was like 9. I started playing guitar. I don't know. My grandpa showed me the Beatles, and they've always been like my favorite. And then over time, I started getting obviously into more heavy shit and like into metal, and then finally just ended up here.
Here you are.
It's crazy.
Is this the first band you've been in?
No, I'm in a band.
Yeah, he's not in another band. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm in another
Doesn't exist.
band with some guys from high school called Pota.
Is it his old band?
No,
No.
Pota 10.
A Pota 10?
Yeah. No, it's yeah. So I've been with them.
You're still in
forever.
this band?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just last year, Tyler was like, "Hey, would you fill in for this band Catharsis?" I'm like, "Fine, I'll do it." But
and you were here
then
forever,
it's like,
for
yeah.
life.
Well, because we went to high school together and we jammed before. Like we did like high school performances and like those kind of like open mic type of things, like our high school would do,
Like a talent show type thing. Or
yeah,
something,
kind of like an open mic kind of thing, but it would be scheduled. But we would, certain people can go up and do songs like poetry, just
Kind of like show and tell.
like
but-
anything. But me and Beck basically did a couple of like really, what did we do? Like a couple heavy songs,
like
some-
Wonderwall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
definitely
did,
Wonderwall. But we did
Angry
some,
Chair.
We did Angry Chair. Yeah,
Played
you
drums
played
on
drums
that,
and
yeah.
I played guitar.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
So you just went up as a 2-piece?
No, we had a couple other friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but
From like our high school and stuff.
Right.
So
yeah, but I've known Tyler since beginning of high school. So
yeah,
Birth.
probably.
right.
We were born
That's
on
a
the
long
same
time.
day, same hospital.
Yeah.
You fist bump in like
Uh-huh.
the incubators.
Yeah,
they
we
were
were
right
like
next to each
sliding
other.
out of the womb at the same time, just fist bump.
What's up, my boy?
You guys all like live in the same area and everything, or
Not really, no.
kind of scattered?
Yeah, we're kind of like in Oakland and Macomb County. We're kind of just like in this really weird square, like of like.
I've never seen somebody do Michigan like this before.
No, I just meant like the two
two
like
counties.
next to each other. But yeah, I guess
It's like Yates Siderville's over here, and it's on 2 counties.
would that be no? It would be
You're still wrong. There you go.
Yeah, so we just all live like in this little circle here.
That little peninsula?
That little peninsula there.
Nice. So whose house do you practice at then?
Mine.
The
That's
guy
gonna
who
be-
has the heaviest and most annoying shit to move.
Well, I mean, that's convenient for him, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you had 2 kits,
Yeah.
There are 2 kits in my basement, but I only take one of them.
Yeah, and I also have a kid at my house in case he ever, comes over to
So
jam.
have
or
drummer
practice.
will travel, like, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good shit.
Yeah, we've been practicing at his house since we started. Well, since he became the drummer. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, rotating door, but this is it. This is the last lineup. If anybody leaves, it's
Oh,
over.
bite your tongue, sir.
No, if anybody leaves, if anybody leaves the band, I'm holding it over their head that the band will end if any of them quit.
Probably bad time to tell you this, Aaron.
No, it's the perfect time.
Live on
And that
air.
was the interview.
I love fucking shit up.
I love fucking shit up.
Speaking of fucking shit up. No, I'm kidding.
No, yeah. Don't bring it up. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm not. So I know we talked to you before about this, but like, what got you started in music?
Oh man, now I have to keep a consistent story. Can I rewatch the
No,
old
you-
episode?
Just fucking lie, dude. Doesn't
All
matter.
right. Well, I was a professional saxophone player at the age of 5.
Just blowing shit at 5, huh?
Yeah,
blowing that shit right out.
I'm really good at blowing it.
Now that's your soundbite. Clip that.
I started playing saxophone when I was in 5th grade, and I played it until I was in 8th grade. And then I told my music teacher, because I had a friend who liked metal, who was in percussion, and I had, I liked music. So I was like, I want to do percussion. And he was like, right now? Like in the middle of the semester, you're going to switch instruments? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, okay. Because I fucking hated saxophone.
And they were cool with that?
Yeah. And then sophomore year of high school, I started playing guitar. And kind of gave up for a little while. And then when I met...
Chicks, huh?
Yeah. At the end of high school, he wasn't getting me chicks. I was just... my sister had a guitar in her room, and my buddy, who was really good at guitar, showed me how to play something on a bass. And so I was like, I'm going to learn how to play guitar now. And I went home and got this guitar out from underneath my sister's bed and like slowly was like teaching myself how to play it. And then I was like, I'm bad at this. I don't want to do it anymore. So I stopped. And then when I was like 18 or 19, I started playing again because I was like getting into bands, but had no musical experience or talent. And I was just like, I am going to figure it out, and I'm going to start a band because I want to do that.
There you go.
And it was funny because it was actually Weezer was the band that made me want to start a band.
Get Weezer.
I was watching a live performance from like 1994. They were on the Letterman show, and I was like, holy fuck. That guy's voice is terrible, and they're all so geeky, and like they're all just standing around,
and they made it.
Yeah.
No, and I was like, and it's so cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool. And
Weezer
like,
rules, man.
And I'm like, yeah, no, they do. And I'm like, I was like, I don't know how to sing and I don't know how to play guitar, but their songs are really easy. So I was like,
yeah.
So I'm going to start doing it now.
Learn some bar chords, man.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll start doing it now. And then just, if you surround yourself with really good players, because I mean, not only was my buddy Alex better than me, but then he's fucking phenomenal on guitar and he's a great drummer and he's a really good bass player. And he's already at guitar. No,
there has to be a weak one in the band, man.
No, but I mean, but then
there was
and then I'm just here, and
then regardless
take
of
up space,
regardless of any of the shit that happened in the past, Noah's a phenomenal guitar player. Eddie's a good guitar player. Yeah. Shane's a phenomenal bass player and a great guitar player. Just surrounded by really good players. It does force you to make you play better. Yes, anybody, the really good string players, always being around really good string players, is like, I want to do that. I want to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
Or like
a competition.
Yeah, I mean, our like a friendly competition.
Yeah, but we all benefit from it. Yeah.
It's like that great high school competition.
Damn.
No, but all the dudes that I'm around that play stringed instruments are all better than me, and I feel like that'll always push me to be like, that's a cool riff. I want to do that. Or that solo's fucking phenomenal. Or watching dudes go up on stage and ripping solos and people being like amazed and like, oh my god, he's such a good guitar player, and they're up at the edge of the stage like looking at him and I'm like, one day I'm gonna do that.
Right.
Well, since you guys are young enough, like as far as the whole internet generation, has any of that helped you guys become better players, like watching stuff on YouTube and picking stuff up from there?
Definitely. I looked up chord shapes. Yeah, okay. I looked up chord shapes. That's how I started learning how to play guitar, because I would literally just stand in my garage with this shitty acoustic guitar and just play chords and just sing random bullshit over them, and I was like, I'm getting better at it. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
I think Rich and I are old enough to have learned some stuff from Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah, the internet did not exist when I started playing. That's why I suck, and I don't want to go on YouTube and learn shit. That's why I have a second guitar player.
I learned by
let him do the hard shit.
Misfits records, so that's why I suck.
Do what?
I said I learned by listening to Misfits records. That's why I suck.
Right? Yeah. Very lo-fi.
Yeah, 3 chords and you're out.
Right. That's why I like 3-chord songs. I could never play what these guys are playing.
We can barely play what we're playing.
These guys, it's like operatic soliloquy. I don't know, some other Shakespeare words in there. I can't fucking do it.
That's where the Encyclopedia Britannica comes into handy, because you can break that down. What does this mean? Oh, page 83.
My parents didn't buy the T volume yet. I can't look that up.
Damn it.
Do you guys even know what encyclopedia? You ever even look at
encyclopedia?
Yeah, you ever that's all we had as a kid.
Wikipedia.
My parents would kick me the fuck out of the house. Like, fuck off. They didn't like me very much.
Yeah,
go ride your bike for 12 hours, 5 miles away. Get out of my face.
Hey, don't trauma dump, man. Come on.
Yeah. Papa Hetfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that shit's
he's so busy on his tour with this stupid fucking band.
You never liked... No, never.
Yeah, now they just use them for starting bonfires. Hey, we got these old encyclopedias.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, because now it's all on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you kidding me? Everything, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, literally everything. You can learn how to do anything. I
the
remember
right and the wrong way.
Yeah.
the first time I have ever done anything to a car. I changed my brakes on my first car with my best friend. He was like, I said something about like having to get my brakes done, and because we were like planning on going to Cedar Point, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be so expensive. And he goes, no, man. He goes, let's go to O'Reilly's. We'll buy the fucking brake pads, and we'll look it up, and we'll do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And sure as shit, we did, and I never had problems.
Yeah.
Like, they worked. The brakes worked. So the internet, literally, I guess we could become fucking mechanics from home, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually worked on my my Jeep several times. I had my laptop sitting right fucking there and doing bolt for bolt, just looking shit up, man. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong, but it gets you there eventually.
You're right. You're right.
My daughter does the same shit.
Yeah,
So.
hey, nothing wrong
Looking
with
up how
that,
to fix her car, and then looking up tab and shit like that, playing guitar that way. And,
What do you have? What do you have to lose? If you fix your own car and you drive it and something gets fucked up, you're like, okay, well now I have to go to the mechanic. Oh well.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you try to do it the less expensive way,
Or your
That's what
brakes just don't
matters.
work, and then you just crash and die.
or what you do is you go to a shop.
And then Catharsis
and
gets
they
a new singer.
Yeah, I had my daughter do
That
this
wouldn't be
the
good.
last
I hear that's
week.
easy.
She went to
No,
the
that
shop and
wouldn't be
got,
good for the
and
company.
got a
That
whole
wouldn't be good.
complete estimate on what she needed done on her car. I said, go get an estimate. We'll figure it out, and then we'll do the work ourselves. So she called me up. She's almost crying. And I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, I took my car to Firestone, and they said it was going to be like $10,000 to fix my car. I said, well, did they tell you what was wrong? She's like, yeah. I go, look up all the parts, see how much they are, and we'll do the work ourselves.
There you go.
So she called me back. She's like, Dad, it's $466 for the parts. I go, really? Only $8,500 for labor?
Yeah, dude, that's so fucked too.
It
It's
is.
so fucked.
And you can
Yep.
do get,
Car
music
dealerships.
lessons on that. It deals with a person's ego too.
I
so.
see dudes literally walk into because I've frequented mechanic shops because unfortunately I'm being young and
thrifty.
and thrifty.
That's where you hang out? Mechanic shops?
No,
hell
fucking. I have to. I've had.
That's
to
where all
take
the
my
hot
cars-
guys are.
All the best
Stop
players are there.
No, it's just like I've had to take my cars in to get fucking fixed so many times because I'm a dumb idiot and I don't know shit about cars. But I'll go in there and I'll see. I've seen so many dudes walk into places with parts in their hand. They're like, "This is what I need done. Here are the parts. How
Right.
much is labor?" And like, I'm like, that's ballsy as fuck. If you know exactly what's wrong and you're like, "I have the parts. I know it's wrong.
Right.
How much are you charging for labor?"
A lot.
No, but being straight up and just being like, "You're not gonna fucking scam me because I have the parts and you tell me how much your labor is right now."
They don't charge you a lot for parts. They get you on the labor side of things all the time.
It's like $120 an hour or something.
If it's, that might be on the low side for
Yeah,
for-
where you
for
where you
hours.
getting shit like that done?
right?
Fuck, you guys take bridge cards? I mean, goddamn.
All right, we're gonna take a little break. Then we're gonna get the homeboy over here.
Just like with this main obsession, forgetting never helps shit. What have you done? This house open up in a place of so much hatred. I just hide away. If you don't want me around, then fuck you, I won't stay. Right you would walk away. Just like the terror that I felt inside the dreams. I always knew that you would walk away.
Hey, this is Nuke from Nuke in the Night Shift, and you're clocking into Detroit State of Mind. Don't forget to check out nukeinthenightshift.com on our Facebook page for our online store and current events, and check out our videos right here on Detroit State of Mind. Enjoy the show.
We're back.
We're back, bitches.
All right, didn't we cut you off, Aaron? But what got you into music, man? And when did you start playing?
I've been playing music for, as long as I can remember. I always had music stuff in my house because my dad is a drummer and he's been playing for like 40 years.
So he was in bands and
oh yeah.
Like, anything we would know because we're old as fuck.
Yeah, we're old.
All right, Coda from the 90s, Rich Roseville days.
I've heard of Coda.
Coda. He was the drummer for Coda, and then he was in a band called Tiles right after Coda. And
I was gonna say, that sounds familiar.
That doesn't sound familiar to me.
Yeah.
They were like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
He got to fucking tour with Dream Theater with that band, so I'm extremely jealous of him for that.
I've heard that guy from Dream Theater is one of the best drummers ever.
Yeah, there's Portnoy is
Portnoy.
amazing. Yeah. And there's like I got like videos of Mike fucking around on just whatever during sound check. There's home videos that I have, and I'm just like, this is the coolest thing. I go and watch those because there's just it's my dad and everybody hanging around with fucking Dream Theater at like this restaurant, and they're all just talking and whatever, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing. But anyways,
at the end of the day, they're just normal people.
There's a cool video of him fucking up a Hello Kitty drum set.
Oh yeah. The Loudwire video. Yeah. He's like beating the living shit out of it.
Loudwire's the shit.
Love Loudwire.
Yeah.
But anyways, like he he'd been playing, and so he had all that stuff, and he had always tried to surround me and my brother with just everything, but of course music stuff, because he's like, well, just in case if they ever want it. And so I gravitated towards drums, and like my 5th or 6th birthday, I got a drum set because I loved Rush. I started like really getting into Rush and Neil Peart, and I was like, I fucking love this. So I got my first drum set, and all I cared about was Rush for like 6 or 7 years until I got into like middle school, and then I found out about bands like Pantera, heavy metal bands. I'd always been fans of other bands like Dream Theater and just other bands, but as a kid, and all I cared about was Rush. They had such a deep catalog, and I'm still a huge Rush fan to this day.
If you had to pick a favorite drummer, Neil Peart, or Vinnie Paul?
Oh God, Neil Peart.
Oh, well, it's okay to be wrong. Carry on.
Hey, listen, Neil Peart was my favorite drummer up until I saw Vinnie Paul. He still was my favorite drummer, but like, I fucking started wearing a bandana and like a snapback just like Vinny did. I had the gloves. I bought his fucking signature drumsticks. I remodeled my drum set to look like his. I was a Pantera freak.
So you're a stalker is what you're
all
saying.
of, yeah. I may or may not have all of his belongings in my basement.
Did you go to his grave, Dom? Like
grave robbed.
Did you grave rob him?
I got a funny Vinnie Paul story. So back in 1990, Suicidal and Exodus are playing at the Ritz.
I was there.
And
were you guys born yet?
We're like,
What year?
Who's this band? There's some
90
other
or
opening
something like
band.
that.
No one paid attention. It was like 90, I think it was. It was like
Cowboys
Blaze
from Hell
Camp-
tour, wasn't it?
Yeah. No one knew who the fuck they were. So Vinnie Paul comes up and he hands me this flyer. He goes, "Hey man, check out my band, Pantera." I go,
Did he
"That's a
talk like
fuck-"
that? Like real thick Texas
Yeah.
accent?
Oh yeah, he did. And so he gives me this flyer. I look at it and I go, "Pantera." I go, "It's a fucking stupid name." And I threw the flyer in his face. And then they played. And I was like,
Pantera's a
"Oh
stupid
my
name?
god!" So
Dairy Queen's not a stupid name?
Oh, that is.
I'm kidding.
But it's purposely stupid. But anyhow, no. I mean, after that, I was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. You guys fucking killed it." I'm
Yeah.
like, and then after that, saw almost every Pantera show after that. I was like, "Holy fuck!"
That was my favorite fucking band for a long fucking time, man.
I'm telling you, like Pantera had a huge influence on me, and I used to play guitar. Like I play guitar now. I've been playing guitar for a while, but like I started around the same time I was, getting into drums. But Alex Lifeson's guitar parts were like way too fucking hard, so I was like, I don't want to play this. I want to play bass because I thought it was the 4 strings. Not a lot of people like to play bass, and it's cool, low. So I messed around with bass, but it was primarily drums. But then after I heard Dimebag Daryl play, I was like, I want to play guitar again. So I immediately busted it back out and started learning all the riffs, learned Walk and Cowboys from Hell, and that was pretty much the catalyst that got me into playing guitar again. But yeah, and then I got into other bands like Korn and Rage Against the Machine. And
speaking of doppelgangers, you are Jonathan Davis.
Yes. I heard that before. It's either Glenn Danzig or Jonathan Davis.
Oh, it's Jonathan Davis all day long.
And I'm
man.
cool with Jonathan Davis. Mexican Danzig.
Hey, yeah, we went to a haunted house, called Rotten Manor.
Please tell me somebody mistook him for him.
While we were walking through it, one of the scarers like totally broke character, and they're like, "Where's Mexican Danzig?" Because he was like following us as a group, and then like we lost him, and we're
I
like,
don't see Danzig at all.
We're all like, "Where's
No,
Dom? Where's
Jonathan
Dom?"
Davis, definitely.
I was in
Especially the piercing.
Yeah. I got that because of the singer of this band, but everyone's like, "Oh, you look like Jonathan Davis now," and I'm like, "I'm cool with that. Fucking love Korn."
Who is Snot, by the way?
Snot they were a band that was like, they were around like in the late 90s when Korn.
Like from around here, or
no,
national band?
They were from Santa Barbara. They were very close to being very, very big, but because they were coming up around the same time of Korn and System of a Down, Seven Dust, all those bands right when everybody was coming out, and Korn had already been established, but Seven Dust and all these other bands, and Snot was also on their way, and they released an album. They did Ozfest in 1998, but their singer died right after the Ozfest tour. He
and then that's it.
I think I
He's
remember
done.
that.
He's like one of my favorite fucking singers of all time. He's got a very, very, very explosive style of voice, and the music itself is very metal, but it's funky as all living shit. I'm
gonna have to check those guys out.
I would strongly suggest it, but yeah, they were doing all that, and then right after the Ozfest tour, the singer had died, and they were just like,
and they never recovered after that. Never got another guy, or
no, they didn't want to. They ended up doing like a reunion tour like 10 years after, because and they were like, you guys said that you weren't going to do anything, but like, because it was the guitar player's like band, and
so did Motley Crue.
Yeah, but they were like, well, we kind of missed playing, and we're not going to ever get our singer back, but I want to go and play this stuff again. And I was like, you should do that again, like now, because now I want to fucking hear it.
Right. Just flip the logo. We're not Snot. We're Tons.
There's a band that fucking did that. I think I'm looking up videos, and it's like very reminiscent of Snot, but it's called Tons, and I'm just like, oh, you. Literally, it's flipped the logo
Maybe
around
it's
and
the
everything.
same guys.
I think it's like the guitar player and the bass player, but
It's one of the original roadies.
Right. Guitar tech and
him and one of the guys.
the drummer's sister.
Dude,
We were going on tour, man.
Some random guy from Guitar Center.
Oh, Steve?
That guy, yeah. It might be Mike. I don't know.
My coworker plays like drums every 2 years or so. We got him to play.
Right.
But other than that, yeah, I've always had a deep appreciation for music because I've been around it since I was a kid, and it's been, like that ever since I've joined this band too.
So does your brother play it all then?
He plays a little bit. He really wants to sing. He's very just getting into it. He's kind of still.
Is he younger than you, or
he's 18? He's 2 years younger than me. He fucking loves. He's a huge metalhead. It's not like his knowledge of metal isn't, but he's just like, as a musician, he never really gravitated toward anything.
Yeah.
Except for as of like the last year or so, but he's like a huge.
Hey, it's never too late, man.
He's a huge like power metal fan. I like my '90s, new metal, old prog stuff. He really likes like bands like Sabaton and fucking this band called Tyr from Norway. A lot of those just Norwegian weird.
I wish my buddy was here right now. He would know.
Oh yeah,
Amon Amarth,
yeah, shit like that.
I don't know what you could be swearing
Viking
at me right
metal,
now. Foreign
Viking
language,
metal,
I wouldn't even know
the
it.
Viking metal.
Good shit like that.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question. Now, for your guys' age group, have you noticed like a big a lot of people your age like getting into metal more and more? Because I've noticed that. Like when we'll go to Diesel and we'll see a show, and I'm like,
it does seem like a younger scene.
It seems.
It depends on what depends on what band you see, because there are some bands that have a very modern sound that have a different sound where a lot of young people are there. But then you've got bands that like can't get out of the '80s that they're like, oh, I really love Metallica and Exodus and Slayer, and we have to write a million songs that sound like Master of Puppets.
Yeah, but that gets boring after a while.
It sure does.
I've already heard that shit. Write something new. Be creative.
Yeah, so like you see a lot of old people like going to shows for bands like that, but like then there are like a lot of bands that have really new ideas.
Define old people.
Yeah.
People who were
This
in their
ought to be
20s
good.
and the 80s.
Yeah.
So
fuck.
You'll see that.
Wait, no, 90s. Yes.
I went to some hair metal concert at Pine Knob, and I saw these women my age, like still trying to fit in their clothes, and I was like, dude, put that shit back.
Yeah, the party's over.
Yeah, party's over.
1988 called. They want their shit back.
I see a lot of people like when it's like newer bands. Like we went and saw Gojira, and they had what's it called, Alien Weaponry,
and Knocked Loose.
Knocked Loose. And there were so many young people in there because Gojira, they got famous in like 2004 or something, and like 2016.
I saw them back then. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, 2016 is when they started getting bigger. Knocked Loose is like a metalcore or metalcore,
kind of
hardcore, whatever.
Yeah,
they're like a newer metal band, and Alien Weaponry is like a heavy metal, progressive metal, whatever band from New Zealand. And all three of them are like newer bands, newer sound, like like a lot of newer ideas. Like it's not just like look at these thrashy riffs and then a solo and
like
whatever.
they're definitely trying to innovate and stuff like that.
Very
and just trying to
innovative,
that is
break
true.
Boundaries,
Because like Knocked Loose. I don't want to cut you off, but I keep telling, especially because he really likes Knocked Loose. I don't know how much, but like you're the guy.
I like him.
But yeah, like because we went to the show, it was in Indiana, and Alien Weaponry, I knew of Alien Weaponry, and they were the first ones on, so people were still kind of filing in, but they were really, really, really good. They were a good power trio, guitars, bass, drummer, and all of them sing, I think, but they were really, really good. But when fucking Knocked Loose came out, I really, especially because thinking as we're up and coming, we want to be able to be like these bands that we idolize back, we're watching video of like, oh yeah, look at like, Metallica, Gojira, when they were where we are, I want to be that, and then go be where they are.
Yeah.
And watching a band like Knocked Loose, they're still newer, still younger, and they came in and they fucking
just killed it.
Oh my god! Like I like the music, the vocals. Like if anybody, if you listen to it, you'll get what I mean. But like they fucking tore it up. They moved that fucking place, and I was like, I love that because this is a band that's still working their way up, and they're coming right before the main act, and they are just
tearing
shit up.
And there's so many young people. There's so many young people, like people in their like teens and 20s who are there, who are all about it. And it's like, this is a fucking metal show. It's a metal concert, and there's so many. But then again, when we went and saw like.
You like what you like, though, man.
It seems like there's a resurgence.
When we went and saw Megadeth, there was young people there, but there weren't as many young people there.
Right.
Yeah.
When you go to when you go to see more modern bands, like we're going to see,
Trivium.
3 of us are going to see Trivium, Whitechapel, and
Between the Buried and Me.
Between the Buried and Me, and they're all like metalcore, like more recent music.
Right.
and it's
Chemist,
got
that's
a
the other
definite.
band.
Oh, Chemist, yeah.
Yeah.
They've got a very modern sound where it's like you can hear like, oh yeah, they liked Metallica, or they liked.
So they're influenced, but not copying.
They're influenced, but it's very different. Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of bands where it's just like you sound like this specific band, like you guys sound like this band.
Yeah, Trivium killed it last year when I saw them open for Megadeth.
Yeah,
that was a good show.
That was a fucking
Trivium.
awesome show.
They just put out a new record when that came out.
Yeah,
when that happened. Yeah,
Megadeth.
Lamb of God, fucking love Lamb of God too.
I saw Trivium years back too with Coheed and Cambria.
That's fucking cool as hell.
I snuck in a couple of subs for that show because
of course you did.
A while back, my former stepson, him and his friends, I took them to see System of a Down, and I see them looking around, they're reaching in their pants. I'm like, oh, they better not have like half pints and bags of weed. Fuck no, they had Skittles, fucking Reese's. I'm like, man, I should have crotched some sandwiches. So we go to that Slipknot show, and I'm like, let's stop at Buscemi's. I got my Carhartt coat.
Buscemi's has good food
Fuck
too.
yeah! So I grabbed 2 torpedoes. I put one here, one here. I get to the door.
Guns, baby.
Yeah. So I get to the door, and the guy's like, okay, everyone's ready. Pats me down.
Did it start sliding down your arm?
No, fuck no, because I was stuck in my Carhartt. So I get back to my seat, and I stand up, and I'm like reaching in my coat, and people are looking at me, and all of a sudden I pull out these fucking torpedoes. And these guys are like, yeah!
We got fucking sandwiches!
Sandwich! Fuck yeah, man.
We're not paying for the overpriced food.
Right.
Is that a fucking sandwich over there?
Yeah.
Sorry, fucking sleeping.
For the price of one of them.
They call you Salami Guy all night long? Hey, Salami Guy!
Yeah!
His nickname is now Torpedo.
Torpedo. Hey, I wouldn't mind that one. But no, that was a great show, and that was back in...
That was like 09. My fucking
It was
dad went
09.
and saw
It
that.
was 09.
And I was like, you lucky son of a bitch, you got a fucking...
That was fucking...
Trivium, Slipknot, Coheed and Cambria. You kidding me?
Fuck.
So Todd and I were talking the other day, and I asked him to come over here, whatever, 'cause, whatever. And we had never heard you guys. So I pulled up a video on YouTube. You guys were doing a Gojira cover.
Oh yeah.
At
that was
Diesel.
our buddy Brady.
Well, I was like, I think I played with these guys.
Right.
Like, yeah, at Bacchus. So.
Yeah, you did twice, I think. Now.
Yeah.
'Cause I looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was we
yeah.
did a Gojira
Oh,
cover with our
my.
buddy Brady.
Yeah, that was cool shit, man.
Yeah. He's got a crazy fucking voice for like all the death metal stuff.
Yeah.
He's super fucking powerful. Those guys are super talented. They're in a band called 10,000 Teeth.
Oh yeah, fuck
Yeah, those guys are fucking
Fantastic.
phenomenal.
We played with them too.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
actually at that Bacchus show.
Yeah, that was a good show. There was a lot of younger people at that show too. So
There was.
that was a good crowd.
Good food.
The food was good.
Good food.
The food was
good
always
food.
good there. So yeah, we're looking forward to that one next month.
That's gonna be fun as
Oh,
fuck.
is that a shameless plug?
Shameless plug. Terry Queen, October 1st.
All right. Well, what is this coming out?
When you're listening to the
Next
Detroit
Friday.
State of Mind podcast.
This comes out next Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. At what time?
Whenever we decide to fucking put it up.
All right.
Why?
5.
Next Friday, we're playing at the.
We haven't gotten to that point yet.
Oh, okay.
You're not
Yeah,
running this thing, man.
All right. Hey, whoa, hey.
We haven't even gotten a homeboy here. What his influence are and why it got started hitting him on.
He's the bass player.
Man, nobody cares about me.
I care about you.
Yeah. No, you're a killer.
We're gonna hug after this.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
Okay.
We're gonna do more than just.
Hey, Richard used to play bass too.
I did.
So you feel it.
I feel
as
your
a
plight,
bass
bro.
player's heart.
I feel your plight.
Yup.
What is that noise?
I don't know.
Someone's phone.
That's some eBay shit going on?
Let's see.
Hotmail.
Did you get a match on Tinder?
Yes.
I got a match on Grindr. Oh no.
What's his name?
We lost it.
Hot Carl.
We lost our headphone app.
We lost our headphones here.
You totally cut out?
It went totally dark.
Yeah, we can't.
Uh-oh.
We cannot hear. Oh no. We cannot hear.
You.
After you said Trivium and Slipknot, I almost went like Trivinot and Slippium and all those bands.
Trippy Knot and Slibium.
Hey,
This?
that's a
Yeah.
yeah. That's a suggestion.
You know what, second thought? We don't give a fuck about you now. You fucking kicking chords out?
It's Trivium and Slipknot.
Hey,
That was Tyler's
we're
revenge.
all brainstorming here, and he's come up with 2 new band names,
What?
just like that.
What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slippium and Trivinot.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Slibium.
Not.
Slibium.
Yeah, I got a new band name too, and it's called Grudge Packer.
There's-
So if anybody wants to use that one,
There's a Trivium tribute band that's called Trivium.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to
That's
start
terrible.
a police tribute band
It's a
called
dad joke.
called the Cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cops.
It's the cops. A tribute to the police.
It's actually not bad.
Hey, don't stand so close to me.
Or how about the pig?
And get off my lawn, you little fuckers. So I guess it's your turn.
Yeah, I do.
Do you plan on kicking anything else out?
What's up,
Like
Tyler?
pulling some wires, or
Come on.
you gonna flip the fucking table or something?
He's like, let me unplug this real quick.
Wild
so nobody
card,
can get my
bitches.
audio.
This table probably weighs more than you. I wouldn't recommend it. You're throwing your back out, dude.
I'm gonna blow the house up. That's Tyler's.
Oh, that's great. Where am I gonna fucking live then?
God damn it.
Can't move in here anymore.
We're gonna
Can't stay here.
We're taking the podcast with us.
So my
Just pack it up and move.
my dad
How do you
started.
pack up an idea? Sorry, go ahead.
My dad played drums throughout, like, you know, when I was a kid and stuff like that, and he'd always be playing in the basement and stuff. And he played in a couple bands, but the last band he played in was a punk band called the Drag Strippers.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I know that band.
Yeah,
I played with
fuck
them.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Dude, I got my.
Wait, who's
I
your
got-
dad?
I got
Brandon Winter.
fucking A.
I knew the bass player,
Paul?
Paul.
Yeah, I know Paul.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, that was like
he's in the
early
Zo-
2000s and
Yeah.
shit. I still got their
Yeah,
sticker
Paul's
on
in
my
the
NA
Zots
book.
now.
Yeah.
Paul's the bass player for the Zots now.
We're
He just
playing with
name
them.
dropped his dad.
Another
There you
plug.
I did.
Yo, wait, what?
I did name drop my
He name
dad.
dropped his dad.
He's all right. It's all right. I mean,
I was in an interview. I was doing an interview with Noah one time, and he almost said my dad's name, and I stopped and I looked at him. I went, "Don't name drop my dad."
Well, hey, it's not an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, so I don't have to worry about breaking anonymity over here.
But shit, I'm at the wrong place.
Yeah, my dad's name is so and so,
Hide
and
that
he's an
beer.
alcoholic.
Jeez.
but he played drum, you know, in that band, and then
What happened to that band?
it just kind of
They died.
Fizzle.
Got
it kind of just fell apart. Just kind of they wanted to do different things, and my dad kind of was, you know, he just, you know, with my sister, my sister was just born at the time, so it's just kind of like, all right,
Chicks always ruin everything, don't they?
it was kind of like I need to be, you know.
Yeah, I can't be in
I
a
need
band
to
called
be
the
a
Drag
dad.
Strippers and have a daughter.
Yeah.
So I mean, my
Way
sister, you know, started playing guitar like around 5, you know, and then I just kind of always there was music around, and then my dad was kind of talking to me about it, and I was kind of always thinking about it, and he was like, "What about bass?" I'm like, you know, kind of like, "What's that?" And then
It's all
you
about
know,
that bass, baby.
And then I kind
All
of
about
just,
the
you
bass.
know, was listening to
No
more
trouble.
music, and then I decided I want to start taking lessons for it around like 14, 15, and then took lessons for a few years, and then kind of just started teaching myself, you know, and then, you know, in terms of music and stuff, I guess I was listening to, you know, quite a bit of Metallica at the start.
Metallica's the
Muse,
shit.
Muse, a
You're
lot
welcome.
of Muse at the start.
Your doppelganger is Cliff Burton.
I tell him he looks like Alex Webster, the bass player for
Cannibal
Cannibal
Corpse.
Corpse. He's got the big poofy long hair and everything.
I don't know him. I'll have to pull him up.
It's not. It's not a terrible reference.
Definitely
at all,
Foo
so.
Fighters was
No, Alex
an
is a
early
fucking
band.
killer bass player.
And then I got into like heavier stuff too, like Korn and Slipknot was my first like kind of heavy show, so that kind of opened me up to a lot of stuff. It was them, and then I think King 810, which they're
Who the hell
a
is that?
Flint band.
Oh yeah, they're fucking
Flint-
wild, dude. Like
Yeah.
riots break out at their shows and
Yeah.
shit, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, you said the Cannibal Corpse
That's
bass
fucking
player?
rock
Yeah.
and roll right there, man. If you can't have a show where people are like beating each other half to death, then why go?
This guy's like 55 years old, man.
So am I.
Oh, so is he-
Look
so
at
is he.
Wilson.
No, he's 65. 75. Doesn't he look good,
I can
folks?
see a little bit there.
Yeah, man.
It's really
Like
the
a
hair.
young photo.
Tyler-
You look up like young, like old 1990s, old Cannibal Corpse. That's what he looks like.
You know what I tell people? Oil will lay $6 for a reason because it fucking works.
10W30.
That's it too.
Cheaper,
Hell yeah.
maybe.
Whoop, whoop. That's why I get the valve.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, he always reminded because there's a video that I saw on YouTube of them guys like way back in the day, and like the way the hair and the way they fucking play. So it's like you look like Alex Webster. The first time I really ever hung out with him, I was like, you know, you look like Alex Webster from Cannibal Corpse.
Are you dishing out doppelgangers now because of the
Yeah.
James Hetfield thing?
Because of you, yeah.
Who do I look like then? You didn't. I'm the person who said it. How come you're
You
not?
look
going
like a
after
really
me?
overweight Randy Macho Man Savage.
Boys bored. You're going nowhere.
I was thinking about wrestling.
too many Slim Jims.
Where's Miss Elizabeth? Where's Miss Elizabeth?
Bone saws ready.
The ground.
That was good.
Fucking A.
So, side question: does your sister play?
You
Still doesn't play anymore?
Nope.
Well, that question
Lame.
went nowhere.
Yeah. I just thought I was, well, she played for like a good 5 years, and she was kind of getting into stuff, and I was just kind of I wasn't I didn't really start getting into music until I was 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Started just getting into bands and really kind of delving deep into it.
Finding your own path.
And then when I was 15, I kind of started playing. So
Do you know any drag stripper songs?
I don't.
Do you own any drag strippers' music?
I own a CD that they made.
What's it called?
Just the drag strippers.
Dude, I might have seen that.
It's got the car.
He's got the self-titled.
We played with them at somewhere in Hamtramck. It's not
Oh,
there
was it
anymore.
the old Senate?
No, it's the Belmont.
Yeah, the Belmont.
That was a great venue, man.
Poof. Another one
I
gone.
know.
R.I.P.
Speaking of venues, what's the coolest who does he look like?
That one guy.
Stop it. Just stop.
Every surfer in California?
He looks like young. He looks like Anakin a little bit.
He looks
who's this
looks
Anna
like,
girl?
If you put long hair.
No, I said Anakin.
He doesn't
I
get
know
that.
Star
He doesn't
Wars.
get that reference.
Who's
He
this
doesn't
Anna
like Star
girl?
Wars.
No, I hate Star Wars.
He looks like long-haired Drew
So does he.
Brees.
I don't know who the.
I don't have the
Yeah.
giant birthmark.
Is that a
but
football
yeah.
player?
Yeah, Drew Brees.
I'll take it. He's
Fucking
good looking, except
You definitely don't look like Barry Sanders.
You got more hair. You got more hair than
Unless
he
you got that
does.
Michael Jackson thing going on.
Oh, dude, you know who he looks like? Fucking Kevin Nash.
I don't know who that is either.
Look him up right now.
Who?
Kevin Nash.
Is that a
Are you talking
wrestler?
about me or
wrestler.
him?
You.
That's a wrestler, right?
Oh yeah, I've been. Someone. There was this older lady one time we were playing at the Diesel, and I was upstairs, and I walked out of the dressing room. She walks up to me and she walks up to me and she goes, "Oh, I love you so much." And she gave me a hug, and then she pulled back and looked at me, and she was grabbing my arm. She goes, "You big muscly Kevin Nash looking guy." And I'm like, oh.
You should have said back off, or you're getting suplexed.
I said back up, or you're gonna get some good sex in the
green
dressing
room.
room. Yeah.
I'm not seeing this at all.
What? Old Kevin Nash. Or no, wait. Is it Kevin Nash?
Oh,
That
Kevin
dude?
Nash.
Yeah.
No, man.
Bro.
No. Nothing. Oh, my God. Oh, maybe the eyeballs.
maybe
He's not talking about him.
Diesel. Hey,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
he got approached at
are we talking
Diesel
He's talking about me.
by someone that
Oh, I thought you were talking about him. I'm like, what the?
no, fuck no.
No, he just looks like a surfer.
Yeah, no, look up here. Wait a minute, hang on.
Skid or die, bro.
Look up Drew.
Tony Hawk 2's best game ever.
Look up Drew Brees for him.
Ride that wave.
He kind of looks like Eric Peterson from Testament. That's who he kind of look like.
Me?
He looks
Yeah.
like my neighbor down the street who cuts
Is
my
that the
grass.
singer?
Yeah, no, he's supposedly rhythm and guitar player, but I just saw them with Exodus and Death Angel, and dude, he was killing some leads. He was fucking shredding. I was like, oh my god, dude.
Be like Megadeth,
I,
where it's like we don't have a rhythm or a lead guitar player. Both of us can just shred.
Just both of
Yeah.
them are lead.
Well, Alex Skolnick's a fucking god on guitar. So
And he fills in for a lot of stuff too. Doesn't he do the Trans-Siberian Orchestra too? Like he fills
The trans
in a
what?
lot.
Alex
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Alex Skolnick,
right?
does. Yeah, Alex Skolnick's the one
Yeah,
from
he fills
yeah.
in.
Transatlantic.
And Trans-Siberian Orchestra used to, well, they still are, a band called Sabotage. And it's like, they got some popularity, but when they did that, it was like, pfft, now we're doing stadiums. It's like, whatever path takes you there, fuck it,
She
man.
kind of does look like him.
Yeah.
Are you balding underneath that cap?
No, I'm not.
Young Drew
God.
Oh,
Brees.
no, he don't need to. He's a Lions
like
fan.
that, like that.
Yeah.
You throw a hat on this dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got the same happy face and everything, man.
Can you show me
Hi, my
the photo?
name's Todd, and I identify doppelgangers.
I'm thinking this one right there.
Yeah.
Like if he had a hat on, or if he whatever.
That's
balding.
Mr. Catharsis.
I'm telling you, man. But dude, unless you're getting
I'm
compared
the
to
dude, man.
unless you're getting compared to like Carl Malden, it's like, hey,
You're
this
Mr.
is
Lebowski,
compared
I'm
to
the
a
dude.
celebrity.
Yeah, you got it.
Lebowski. I'm the dude, man. Or your dude.
My wife! My wife! It's not the issue here.
Or the duder, if you're not in the whole brevity thing.
My wife. I'm not trying to scam anybody here, man. You know, your wife.
My wife! It's not the issue here.
You mean did you come and personally piss on my rug? No, but what I'm asking you here is
That guy just passed away within the last year or so.
Yeah, the old guy?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Jeff Bridges. I was like, no, he didn't.
no.
That he
Did
gonna
just
live
get over
forever.
cancer though.
I love Jeff Bridges.
Wait, he what?
Yeah, he was. I think he like actually is in remission for cancer because there was a photo that I saw. He's like bald, no facial hair and everything. And I'm like, are you? I'm pretty sure it was him.
Well,
and I was
that's
like,
not the dude.
That's not. The
That's
dude.
not the dude.
Smoke cigarettes, kids.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Smoke two.
Smoke weed instead.
Smoke weed instead.
Didn't you do something with another guitar player last time? Where you guys were like just talking? Was that you?
Yeah,
I was thinking about
probably.
that too on the way here. The Deaf Man's podcast.
Oh, the Two Deaf Guys podcast.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. You guys, just kept like talking and shit to each other.
No, what it is? Okay, so we used to work together, and we were driving in the car, and one of his buddies who worked for the same company, and his girlfriend like tagged along or something. And one time we called him to be funny, and we're like, we've got a new idea. It's called the Two Deaf Guys podcast. You guys ready? And they're like, yeah. And then we both just started talking about two separate things over each other. Like we just kept talking, and they were like, they were pissed. Yeah, they were pissed laughing.
That's fucking great, man.
Yeah,
Pooping themselves.
I want to do it one day. I want to actually upload that to like Spotify or something. Just the Two Deaf Guys podcast.
This is not a real podcast.
No, I mean someone has
make
probably
one.
stolen that idea now. You owe me money, motherfucker. I'm coming for you. If I see Two Deaf Guys podcast come out, whoever publishes it before I do,
Would they be like talking like
no, they wouldn't do the Martley Matlin thing. No. They would talk like normal people. That's fucked up. They would talk like people. They would talk like people who can hear. They would talk
we're
like
not
people who can
editing
hear.
that either.
That's okay. That's okay. I fixed it. I backpedaled.
I love how Aaron was just like, the guy's like, this isn't a real podcast. No, it's not. The fuck are you talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Carry on, Mr. Gilbert.
Oh Jesus!
Carry on,
We
Mr.
should take
Lebowski.
another break here. Play some more. I almost said some other band.
Yeah, I know.
It was an accident, dude. I swear.
Not too much.
We're gonna play some more Catharsis. We'll be right back.
Point.
Hold on. Don't.
Stop.
Yeah.
It's still on camera.
This is Peach.
This is Brian. And I'm Ben.
This is Darcy.
And we're Storm Theory.
And we're on
Detroit
State of Mind.
Atlanta, Chicago, Los Angeles. Call us, because we have a saying in Detroit.
Detroit State of Mind.
Working for you.
Oh, no, you didn't!
All this shame that you left me with. You let me on and let me out to dry. Fuck you.
And now I see you crying. Apologies for lying. And now I've crossed the line and I'm suspended through space and time. Can't seem to find a place of this hell in my mind. I'm suspended through space and time. Just wishing I could call you my own. Yeah. How dare you leave me with all this pain? And now you try to hide your shame. Fuck you. And now I see you crying. Apologies for lying. And now I've crossed the line and I'm suspended through space and time. Can't seem to find a place of this hell in my mind. I'm suspended through space and time. Just wishing I could call you
I hate you so much.
Hey, I leaned over like this.
I appreciate
I served that one up to Dom.
Always.
You busted ass earlier too.
I did, yeah.
I was about to go make an adjustment
while we
or
were
something,
setting up, and you walked over towards us, and I was like,
Nope.
He's the chief ass buster.
I am the chief.
We'll
ass
be in the
buster.
middle of practice.
I'll be busting your ass.
We'll be in the middle of practice, and he'll be talking about, we'll start rehearsing a new song, and he'll be like,
What's that fucking smell?
No, and
no, you'll hear it.
He'll just be like,
Over everything.
He'll be at the mic, like this and shit, and then he'll be like, yeah, so Beck, I think you could do that right there, and Tyler, keep doing that bass line, and then
also,
yeah, and then he'll be like, hold on a sec, and then he'll do this, and then he'll be like,
go right back into it.
He'll go right back into it.
It's
Not even
always
skip a beat.
It's always in like the middle of a conversation. Like you'll
yeah. So my uncle died.
Everyone's all serious.
A few weeks ago, so at our practice space, I have my mixer that goes through the speakers, and that's what they hear and everything. But there's a monitor that I hook up to a direct box, so I hear everything. I get an actual in-ear monitor thing behind my drums because it's hard to hear. So I hear everything, and especially all the microphones. And sometimes Aaron will take the fucking mic and. He put it, and we were all laughing and everything, but he put it, and I was like, no, don't do it, don't do it. And then I was like, no, but in the middle of me screaming because I can hear it clear as day, all I hear is right into the.
I'd lose my shit, dude.
And I did. I started laughing because I was like, that was just perfect.
Me too. I had to change my pants.
Oh god.
Anyway,
I had to clean my mic
so
too.
He assed out the mic.
I heard a little side conversation here. What did he just tell you not to say?
Oh. All right. It would be. It's so much. It's so stupid. It would cause drama. I don't want to say it.
Oh,
it was a dumb joke I made back in the day. No, it was stupid. Please don't do this.
I'm just gonna stop talking.
I got a joke.
All right, go ahead.
What do you got?
All right, so this guy walks into the bar, orders 15 shots.
Bam,
pounding
AIDS.
them like crazy. Bartender's like, damn, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you drinking like that? The guy's like, dude, you drink like this too if you had what I have. The guy says, what do you have? He goes, $1.50. Runs out.
I got a joke for you.
About $1.75.
About $1.75. I got a better joke for you.
Okay.
There's this dude. He's in his mid-50s. He's having a midlife crisis. He thinks that
Just like Todd.
He thinks he's like, man, he looked in the mirror one day, headed to work, and he goes, I look old as fuck. He's like, you know what? He's like, I'm taking money out of my savings account. Now I'm getting plastic surgery. He goes, I'm gonna get plastic surgery on my face. He plans it. He goes, gets the plastic surgery, puts the mirror in front of his face. How do you think you look? Oh my God, I look like I'm in my 20s. So he leaves. He goes to the mall. He's buying all these new clothes. He's in line, at the store getting these new clothes. And he looks at the lady next to him, and he goes, how old do you think I am? She goes, I don't know, 20? And he goes, I'm 55. She goes, oh, wow, you look really young. He goes, thank you so much. He's done at the mall. He gets his clothes. He goes to McDonald's. He's ordering, and he stops, and he goes, how old do I look? And the lady at the counter goes, I don't know, in your 20s? And he goes, I'm 55. She's like, oh, congratulations. You look great. He's like, thank you. He walks out. He's walking to his car, and he stops.
This is where it gets good.
He stops.
So it was the third time.
And he sees this lady
Rule of 3
sitting
in
on a park
comedy.
bench. Sitting on a park bench. And he goes, excuse me, ma'am, how old do I look? And she goes, son, I'm blind. But if you let me put my hand on your pants and feel around, I'll tell you how old you are. And he goes, okay. So he unzips his pants, and she throws her hand in his underwear. She's like flipping his junk around, feeling his balls, stroking his shaft, whatever. She takes her hand out of his pants, and he goes, how old am I? She goes, I think you're 55. And he goes, holy shit, no way, how did you know that? She goes, nah, I'm just fucking with you. I was behind you in the line at McDonald's.
Here's one last joke. So there's this lady.
I go on after you.
That's good.
There's this lady in her mid-50s. She gets out of the shower, and she's like, clearly let herself go. And she's like, oh my God, I am just out of shape. I look horrible. And oh my God, and I'm just feeling so down today. And she's like, honey, how come you don't ever pay me any compliments? And he goes, well, you got perfect eyesight.
I missed the whole joke.
All right. So there's this lady in her mid-50s, and she gets out of the shower, and she's looking at herself. She's like, oh my God, I really let myself go, and I just look horrible, and I feel horrible. She's like, honey, why don't you ever pay me a compliment? And he says, okay, honey, you have perfect eyesight.
Oh, Jesus. That's like a dad joke.
All
right, Tom.
I'm a dad.
Tom, give us your joke so we can move on.
Yeah.
So this guy, he's in a doctor's office, and he's waiting, right? And he, doctor comes in and he goes, "Well, sir, I'm afraid you're going to have to stop masturbating." And the guy goes, "Why?" And he goes, "Because I'm in the room now."
That's
good. See, short and to the point.
Right. That's something you don't do on a bus either.
Allegedly.
Well, unless you're on the 560 going south.
The guy told me to stop taking a shit, and I was like, "Well, I'm just trying to take a shit." And he's like, "Yeah, but this is the bus. You got to go to a bathroom."
Is he okay? No.
I had something.
Is he okay? No, I'm afraid we're going to have to take him to a hospital. Well, what is it? It's a large building with patients, but that's not important.
That's
fucking
that
Airplane.
sounds like something on a fucking...
It's from Airplane.
Airplane.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yep.
That movie...
Chose the wrong week.
That
to stop
movie...
sniffing glue.
That movie is timeless. It's still fucking funny.
Fucking love that movie.
You ever been to a Turkish prison?
Do you like gladiator movies?
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Striker.
Or the guy's got a drinking problem. He can't get the smell.
Excuse me, sir. Are you a doctor? And he like moves the newspaper, and he's got a fucking stethoscope on in the airplane. He's like, yes, that's right.
Excuse me, fellas, but I speak jive. Yeah.
That was the mom or the grandma from
Leave It to Beaver. Yeah.
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 I just want to tell you all.
Barbara Billingsley.
Good luck.
the mom.
We're all counting on you.
Good luck.
Planes in mid like nosedive. I just want to know. I just want to tell you. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
So
I've asked this question a few times, and I'm not even going to tell you. A couple people said, "What are you listening to right now in your car? What were you listening to on the way over in your CD player, on the radio? What's your go-to listen to stuff right now?"
Listen to stuff. I've really been to Opeth lately. We was playing some Sleep on the way over here.
Fuck yeah.
And some Gojira.
Anything good or just that stuff?
No, I just listen to shit. No,
It's a reflection of our own art.
I was listening to Lana Del Rey on the way here.
I don't know
respect
who that
that.
is.
Huh?
I don't know who that is.
You gotta find her.
Dude, I listen to Adele constantly.
Dude, good
I
shit.
don't give a
I
fuck.
like her voice, man.
Yeah, she's got a great voice. And there's some songs. She's got a song called "Love You in the Dark" or something, and it's very.
Because you're ugly with the lights on.
Yeah, it's very cinematic.
That's a country song.
It's super. It's super like cinematic sounding. It's got a lot of strings in it. It's really cool. It's real cool shit.
So what's in your car right now?
Adele.
Trivium. I listen to a lot of Trivium. I just got into Mastodon, like hardcore.
Fuck
Love Mastodon. Gojira. That's my favorite band. I listen to a lot of Megadeth.
Any Ghost fans here?
I like Ghost. Yeah, Ghost is cool. I like the new sound they're doing with the new album. Kind of
It's
like
just kind of
80s
corny to me, man.
It is, but man, they're
I don't
good.
know.
They're
It's
such
good
great-
music, but
great
I don't like
players.
the whole theatric
Yeah.
with the fucking. It's a different singer, or is it a different singer?
It's the same singer.
Yeah,
Just different look.
It's a different look. It's like really.
musicians, yeah.
I personally, I got enough of that with Slipknot, and I was a huge Slipknot fan, so I was like, okay, that's kind of like a one and done thing for me. The whole makeup and everything.
Listen, Kiss never changed their look.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they went.
They took
without
their makeup off.
But
Yeah.
when they
Like,
put
good
it,
God, you ugly fucks.
when they put it back on, it was the
Gene
same
Simmons
makeup.
doesn't even look good with makeup on.
It reminds
Gene
me of
Simmons.
Spinal.
Gene Simmons needs to wear a mask.
Anybody seen
Right.
Spinal Tap here?
I like
Yeah,
Spinal Tap.
and like he's like, look, I made some new costumes based on your zodiac signs. Pulls it out, and Nigel's got like horns and shit. What the fuck?
That 18-inch Stonehenge comes out behind him.
This one goes to
it's
11.
From Nigel, and he wrote it on the back of a napkin. He doesn't know any better.
Yeah. Lick my love pump in D minor. It's a sad key.
It's a mock piece.
It's my Les Paul. Here's the sustain.
Don't touch it.
Doesn't it have to be on to hear the sustain? Yeah, but don't touch it. Don't even look at it.
Don't point. Don't point. Yeah, don't even look at it.
Pay no mind.
I'm mostly noted for my solos. The violin tunes the violin, gets back and starts kicking the other guitar. Classic.
So what about you, man?
I mean,
what's on the playlist right now?
obviously, fucking Snot.
Have you heard the band Tons?
No,
I heard they're good too.
Nost.
I listen. It's just funny because like it actually
Stan.
is out there, but I listen to a few. It's kind of cool. You know, singers kind of got the same thing, but
Tons.
tons.
So stupid.
But yeah, Snot.
We're
Obviously,
gonna just Photoshop him out and just like flip his body over.
Yeah.
And say Tons.
I'm gonna fuck up my entire wardrobe decision for today.
We should start a Slayer.
You plan this out?
No, reached in whatever was clean.
Did Mom lay out the clothes the night before? Or?
Yeah.
that's hot.
She puts my wardrobe together for shows. That's hot, you said?
Yeah, it's hot.
Hey, as long as
that's
long as
not.
it passes the smell
That's
test,
snot.
you're good.
That's
Not hot.
That's snot. But there's other bands like Taproot. They're a band from
Ann Arbor. Yep.
Yeah. And I recently just found out about them. And they're not new. They've
Yeah,
20
that song
They've
on
been
the
around
radio
forever.
years,
But yeah, they I really really like Taproot, and I listen to Gojira.
What kind of music is Taproot? Like they're not like metal. They're like kind of
a
like
progressive rock type.
It is. It's really weird. 'Cause
Elements
it's like
in there too.
new metal elements, but with these very very rich harmonies, reminding me of like Alice
the
in
vocals
Chains. It's
are
like
great,
2 or 3
man.
part harmonies, and
Yeah.
they're really 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 strong, but really really good riffs and good songs behind it. Nothing too complicated. But
you know what I was
if you
gonna
know.
say. What when you guys were playing, I was actually thinking like the way you guys harmonize.
Yeah.
You have a very Alice in Chains like. And not to compare you guys to them, but like the way you guys harmonize is
It's
very
layered
good,
nicely.
man.
Yeah,
it was
sure.
it was easily one of our biggest influences to really try to push the harmonies. When I joined this band, there wasn't really a lot of harmonies, but when we added them, our old bass player was really the one to start doing harmonies because he could sing.
Yeah.
And then as it progressed and I got into more harmony heavy music, I was like, these are really really cool. And I don't really hear a lot of bands putting a lot of power harmonies, especially like live, harmonies and just
Right.
cool sounding stuff. It's one thing to have like a wall of sound coming from these prog bands that I had listened to for years, but just these really really rich harmonies and these nice cool riff heavy songs.
Yeah.
So that's why I started putting. I was like, I'll sing a little bit.
It almost like doesn't fit with the style of music you guys are playing, but
It
it
kinda
fits
sets you guys-
perfectly.
Yeah, I do. I know what you're saying.
It kind of
that's-
sets you guys apart because of that.
Well, yeah,
I
that's the
noticed
really
that.
that's the really funny thing about our music. Honestly, is that musically we're really trying to be like heavy, like trying to have that heavy metal thing, and kind of like not worry about.
Are we boring you, dude?
Composition, trying to keep
that's
it
cool.
over here.
I gotta pee.
Trying to keep it compositionally not all the same, like not trying to do this, then that, then this, and then we'll just repeat that, and then do a guitar solo, and that's it. Trying to keep it compositionally interesting, and trying to still be heavy, but then keep it melodic. And along with the melody comes the pretty harmonies and the everybody singing. And
So it's pretty important for you guys to all have some sort of backup vocal abilities. Basically, you're saying
it's important in the
you
sense
gotta-
where we want to incorporate that. Yeah, but it
Yeah.
wasn't stressed like when we all started playing. I initially I was like with him. I didn't even know if he could sing. I was just like, me and him do harmonies, and that's it is what it is.
But the longer you guys play together, it'll just probably just happen over time, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like say you can't sing at all. Just for instance, you will learn how to sing with these guys.
I mean, yeah, a little bit better.
Well, anything you can do to give yourself an edge as well. It's like, well, we can progress in this area because we've got this talent as well.
Yeah.
You got people that can A, harmonize, B, even do a lead spot. And then having a drummer that
Can sing and play?
Yeah.
I love the headset, by the way.
Thanks.
Bobby Brown
Yeah,
probably
Braun.
wants it back.
Yeah.
Go, Braun, go.
Yeah, the headset, that was like my dad used to use that when he would sing, and I was like, okay, that's
Shoulda
a lot
say,
better
shoulda
looking
go.
than having a fucking mic over
boom
here. Because I've
stand.
tried
Yeah.
to,
Right.
like, when I'm saying, and then, okay. bring
It's
it.
probably more of a pain in the ass to have a
Oh,
mic.
yeah. And it's like, buddies of mine trying to sing and get it all set up like on the fly at a show.
Yeah.
It's like a drummer's got a mic too. It's like, all right, well, set up a mic and you set it up yourself. And by the time you're ready to check your mic, it's like making sure my drums are set up, and now I got to make sure that this mic's gonna hold. And like half the time it'll slide down because I have to have it like
Right.
aimed in a certain way. So
Or knock it over or
Yeah, I would
something.
say knock it over.
he had that headset, and I was like, "You're not ever going to use this because you don't." His band now, Imminent Sonic Destruction, has 4 vocals, and he doesn't have to sing. And that's the first band in a while that he hasn't had to sing. So he's like, "Cool, I don't want to do that anymore, but you can have that mic." Because I was like, "Okay, cool." So I started using that, and it gets out of the way, and it's just this, it's really, really, really handy. And I actually influenced a couple of my other friends. They were like, "You have the headset. That's a lot easier than using a stupid mic." And I was just like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where'd you get that?" And I'm like, "I've just had it."
I can't imagine having
At
to play
the
drums.
headset store.
Especially with the shit that he does.
Five Below.
It's like trying to get to the microphone.
Yeah.
So do you bring a fan to every show that you play?
I try to, and it's not. a lot of it is like, oh, you just do it for your hair. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
so he looks pretty. That's why he does it.
That's a very
Great
He's
photos.
pretty hot back there.
It's definitely a pro to have the hair and then just.
Yeah, we had a conversation one time, and he was like, "Between you and me, the only reason I use that fan is to look pretty, to look pretty."
Well, you got,
Sorry, I had
you got a
stroke.
physical job back there.
But if you
know,
have long
doing
hair
well.
and you play the way I do, which
Yeah.
I like to go ham and fucking headbang, and I've got really, really, really thick hair, and playing without a fan in a very, very hot venue, it can get hot and
sweaty.
Hair will stick to your face and
sticky.
Yeah, I ended up taking
it's fucking terrible.
I ended up taking my clothes
and you
off
sweat.
When, it gets so hot.
I've seen you. I've seen you half naked.
I should just do that because like it's not like you're gonna see anything,
And nobody ever takes pictures of the drummer anyway. So like,
And if you do, if everything's
sure.
You know what? He actually does get a reasonable amount of like
Really?
kudos from people. Yeah, and you know what? When we're working with a guy on recording.
It's not the photographer's fault. He's just like blocked by big 7-foot oafs like
You
yourself.
get good photographers, they will get photos of the drummers.
When we first talked to
those too.
when we first talked to the producer that we work with, because we're working on putting music together. The first thing he ever said to me, like I was the one who talked to him. Like I'm like I am the singer. I'm the singer guitar player. And he's like cool. Anyway, so if you could let me talk with your drummer sometime, I'd really like to pick his brain. I like talking to talented musicians.
Yes,
And I'm like,
basically, fuck you. Get out of my way.
He was like, yeah, you kind of suck dick, but I really want to talk to your drummer because he's pretty talented. And I'm always like, there's 4 of us in this band, but all right,
It's
that's
like,
cool.
One minute your head's like Elmo at the Thanksgiving parade, and then all of a sudden it's the fucking dude in the waiting room in Beetlejuice.
Yeah, right. Somebody sprinkles some shit right over his head.
Yeah, I get that all the time. But I'm more in the front, man. I don't just carry a microphone.
Is that the only thing you carry to a gig?
I'll carry a set list.
You actually carry. Wait, I saw you carrying some shit walking in, and then you spilled some shit on his.
I did.
On his.
Hey, thank
on
God
his
it's sugar
head.
free, so that means it's not going to be sticky.
You know what? I was in another band where I was just a front man and I didn't have any gear. And
What band was that?
And
Slayer.
at our last few
Slayer.
our last few shows together, I would I was like, I'll help you carry your shit in. Like I was like, I'll help because I felt bad because I was like, I was like,
A lot of people don't like you
How generous.
or like other people touching their gear though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just like, hey, I know you hate me now and like you want me to die, but let me touch your stuff.
I don't
Let me
think it's a
help you.
hate thing. Like
I'm
some
gonna
people,
rub my
some
balls
people
all
just
over
really.
your fucking.
A friend of
No.
mine tried to help another
Yeah.
friend of mine, like help lug their guitar amp out of a gig. Like,
Yeah.
don't touch my shit. Like, wow,
Bro,
like he was taking
That's
it back.
funny.
Tough crowd.
I just didn't touch anybody's shit because I'm like, we're all adults. You can carry your own shit. You're the one who wants to play that thing. Like
And that's why we play small amps, homeboy.
Exactly.
Right.
This is why we don't play drums.
Did you carry it out of the store? Well, guess what?
true.
The drums and setup is very, very tedious sometimes, but I like having a big drum.
Yeah, I don't know dick about drums, so I never even.
I don't
like,
have
hey, do
any
you need
problem
help?
with people touching my drums as long as like have some fucking common sense. Don't like throw shit anywhere. Don't like just fucking put anything anywhere. If just set
Don't
it
put
down.
your balls in my drums.
Don't
Yeah,
put
don't
your
put the
nutsack
balls.
on my drum set.
Why you sweaty?
Tom
Why
I
you
was
sweaty,
watching
man?
Cops.
Doesn't even come out till 4.
There's a chip in my drumstick.
John Bottoms playing Moby Dick for real.
I'm not gonna call him Dad, even if there's a fire. Fuck you, Brennan.
House is a prison.
Oh my god, there's blood everywhere.
Man, we can go all day with these movie quotes. Huh?
Yeah.
What the hell was the question we were even asking? Like, I totally fucking
The
forgot.
type of what we were listening
Oh
to.
yeah.
Yes.
So what's in your car right now? Do you have a car?
Yes, I do have a car.
So if you had said car, what would be in the cassette deck right now?
A lot of between
Trick question.
The 8-track.
the 8-track.
Your portable record player.
A lot of between the
gramophone.
Buried and Me. That's what I've been listening
Wait, say
to.
that again?
Between the Buried and Me.
BT Bam.
BT Bam.
Okay.
Gojira,
Yeah.
definitely. Alice in Chains and Megadeth are definitely one, like Aaron said, and repeat. Dillinger Escape Plan.
I've not heard of the half.
Yeah,
of
their
these
old
fucking
shit's
bands.
really good.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I like a lot of that kind of crazy, rhythm
energy
sometimes
shit,
and odd, polyrhythmic kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes in
Real
my-
esoteric shit. It's really cool.
Yeah,
BT
like-
Bam. BT Bam especially.
Yeah.
BT Bam's really cool. They have the most interesting sound, and they just like it's like here's some heavy metal. Here's some like really. A lot of people hate the term gent, but really genty shit, real like
What does that even mean? I've not heard that term before.
real staccato riffing, like fast staccato riffing. That's pretty much the only way I can put
I have
it.
another question. What does staccato mean?
If you hear riffs that go like shit like that, they're really, really.
Staccato is like a note that starts and ends.
Almost
I'm not a real musician,
it's
so
almost like a drum
Sorry,
rhythm.
I'm barely a
like
musician.
Dimebag was famous for that, where his rhythms like it was like it went with the drums, kind of like that.
I mean, Primal Concrete Sledge.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus.
Yeah, that's staccato.
But I mean, from there, like they
Learn
just
something new every day.
They'll
kinda-
kind of do something heavy, and then
They'll
it'll
do
be
something
like
melodic.
It'll be
Yeah.
like a polka section.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
random,
yeah.
Like
They
random,
do anything. They do whatever the fuck
It's
they want.
unpredictable.
Fuck you, this is what we wanna do?
It's unpredictable.
It's like-
like,
like
a lot.
country, like bluegrass.
This song's 2
Yeah,
minutes.
that one,
This
yeah.
song's 2 minutes, but that song's 19 minutes.
Oh jeez.
Oh yeah, but they're a heavy metal. They're a progressive metal band with every fucking possible influence in and out of the genre. Because like you said, like they go into like real laid back, like melodic
Floyd
stuff, like
type
Pink Floyd
of-
type shit.
yeah.
Sometimes it's like flamenco shit.
Sometimes
there's-
it's like Cannibal Corpse. Like,
yeah, no, it's
See, that'd
they're
be
all
cool.
over the
Like
place.
every song's different. You get
Yeah.
like variety all over the freaking place, man.
Well, if you got the talent to do it, you might as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll get a really calm spot in one of their songs, and you know, there's a song that I really like, and I know this particular part. It's almost like they're playing in an old like Texas style saloon. You know,
Yeah.
you can hear like noise in the background, and all of a sudden it'll start building up without you even realizing it, and then before you fucking know it, you're listening to this very involved. It's like holy shit, where the fuck did that come from?
And they play in C sharp standard, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Sounds like I need to like check this out on the way home.
Oh yeah,
Definitely,
between
yeah.
well, no, I mean, unless your house is like an hour from here, you're.
You'll get through
I
at
live
least
in
half the
Wyandotte,
song.
so
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
get
So you
through
got
one
time.
song.
I got time.
They're
Yeah.
definitely in albums. Like if you like, you know, listen
Yeah,
to the
colors.
whole album.
Colors.
Yeah.
Their album Colors is their best.
The Great Misdirect is really good.
Great
You guys heard the new
Mr. X,
Megadeth
great.
yet?
I like the new Megadeth. I think it's cool.
I haven't
mean,
listened to it, but I
it's
like
very
what I've heard
much
so far.
It's Megadeth. Like it's
Yeah.
not anything new or innovative.
I like the album before.
Is his voice
too.
holding up though?
No.
Dude,
No.
Here's like, he had
listen.
throat cancer.
They-
didn't
Yeah,
Yeah.
and here's the like I was listening for that too because I've never liked Dave Mustaine's voice, but
me
there's
either.
that there's like I like it in a couple of songs. You know, there's a couple of songs where he actually has a good performance vocally, like you know 90s
Watch
shit.
that cable,
Dude,
dude.
they-
You almost took the light out.
They do a cover
Be on
of
your face.
Dead Kennedy's Fire Truck and kill it, dude. His vocals
Really?
sound so much better than Jello's. Yeah, fuck yeah, it's great.
valued possession.
But like some of the newer stuff, it's cool because they're
Here I come again.
That's what he
See, I
actually
want to
sounds
punch
like.
you right now just for even just doing that.
Why? Oh, I'm sorry.
I just don't like his voice, man.
I love Dave Mustaine.
It's a little
so
goofy
much.
for sure.
It's goofy, but it's
goofy.
it's.
What do you
him.
mean I can't? Can't get to work on
What do you
time?
mean I don't believe in
You should
God?
be, you should be like a Marvel comic or something like that as a character.
there's
Yeah,
a
I'll stop you, Batman. Now watch this killer fucking solo.
That's pretty good, man.
That would be good.
there's this video from like Pine Knob in like 1995, and I'm listening, and at the end of the set, Dave Mustaine's like, "On my left is David," or whatever, and on my right, on my right.
The way he talks is so funny.
Oh yeah.
On my right.
He'd make a great pirate.
I was
The
backstage.
direction's fucked up.
I was backstage for COC in Megadeth '94 in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm hanging out with Reed Mullen, and I'm like, Reed, when do I get to meet Dave Mustaine? He's like, oh no. I go, what do you mean? He's like, no way, man. I go, why? He's like, because this was back when I was 50 pounds heavier and lifting hard, and he goes, man, as big as you are and as much of an asshole as he is, we don't want to get kicked off this tour on the first day. I was like, oh.
You know what? But I respect the fuck out of him because he says whatever the fuck he thinks.
Fucking great
there's
player, dude.
nobody else. There's nobody else with that. Like imagine someone with the balls to just be like, from the beginning, from the bottom, just being like, if you don't like me, fuck you. And you got a problem with me or you do something that bothers me, I'm going to let you know. And I'm going to tell everybody. And I don't give a fuck what your opinion of me is afterwards. That takes balls. Because, I mean, if you do that now, it's just like, you'd get
That's
fucking
how I live my
slandered.
life, dude.
You'd get...
Well, plus, the guy got kicked out of Metallica and comes
Yeah.
back and says, fuck you to Metallica.
And
Comes
he
out
pretty
Megadeth,
much
so,
publicly had
you know.
that going on until like the late 90s. It was just like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Lars.
Those guys.
No, I mean, when,
Yeah,
when
fuck
Killing
Lars.
Is My Business
Piece of
came out,
shit.
I'm like, what the fuck is this fun?
Hey, Lars, if you're
It's just
listening,
great.
fuck you.
He's good.
We have
He
to
was
tag
kind
him
of
in this.
right about the Napster thing, though.
Yeah.
Not
No, he
gonna
was.
lie.
He was
Yeah,
100% right.
yeah.
I mean, honestly.
As a musician, it's like, listen, for years, like, you know, Metallica in the 80s and 90s, like before internet, this is how we made our fucking money. Album sales. We can't get our album sales money if it's just going to be available at that, you know. So I got it, and everyone
And
like
now
gave
it's
him a bunch of
Spotify.
shit.
Yeah.
But
Now-
with that being
And now
said,
it's
though,
fucking Spotify.
Yeah, now
the
Spotify
music
fucks everybody.
industry is not the same anymore. You're not
No.
going to sell music per se.
No.
You
No.
need to sell tickets. You need to sell merch. You need
Merch,
to sell all that
merch,
shit.
merch.
That's where the
merch.
money is at for the band.
You have to be a personality.
Yeah.
It's
And
not about
maybe-
just being talented. It's about
Yeah.
being.
It's almost like fuck the music.
Yeah,
Almost.
no one wants to pay fucking 10,
Fuck the
20
record.
bucks to go see
Fuck the
band
people.
practice. You know, you
The
gotta
music
be out there
draws them
fucking
into the
doing
venue,
shit.
then you just gotta soak them up for all the cash you can, man.
Like the
That's
only
it.
physical copies that you could
just a
probably
brand.
really sell and like make some decent money for.
With some vinyl.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's Martin making a comeback. But you know,
But
got- it's
that's
gotta be
expensive as shit
180
to make,
grand
though,
vinyl.
too.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yep.
it's like, yeah, we spent this much to press it, and this is how much we made back from it. But we glad you like it. You know,
Right.
we charged you a ridiculous amount, but
We made 5 copies because that's all we could afford.
Yeah.
And got it in Europe or
It's
some
like
shit. It took 6 months to get it.
And
We
all
took
the copies are $1,000.
we took 3 years of band funds, like everything that we've made in 3 years, and we made 5 vinyl records.
Yeah.
And you'll
That
make
is it.
and you'll make more off one fucking T-shirt.
That sounds like vintage Misfits territory. Well, you only press 500 of these. Well, they're like 10 grand now on fucking eBay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the other ones are used for like skeet or whatever.
Yeah, but they're
you
not
know?
gonna. But they're not gonna make any money off of that now. Now it's just the people who scalp it who are just like, hey, there's
Yeah.
only 500 of these, and I have
Right.
one of them. So if you want one, it's $5,000.
Yeah, I recently saw original. Well, there's only one pressing of Cough Cool, unless it's a bootleg, but it went for like 11 grand.
I'm sorry, of what?
Cough Cool, their first 45.
The Misfits?
Yeah,
I'm
And
not
it-
even hip to that.
It's it's drums, bass, and Glenn playing electric piano. It's
Shut
2
up.
songs. They made 500 copies of it. And look on eBay and look up Misfits Cough Cool.
Is it terrible music though? Or
No, it's great. It's actually really good. Yeah.
It's still in like
It's
the
called
Misfits
Cough-
horror type vein, whatever.
Yeah, it's because they do a version of Cough Cool, and then they do a version of She, and it's fucking great.
I didn't know he actually played. Whatever.
Oh, dude, he plays guitar too.
That's
he's
awesome.
the one that comes up with a lot of the riffs. So he's a very very creative guy.
Doyle's a really cool guitar player.
Oh yeah,
Dude, he makes his own guitars.
And he's built
Yeah.
out like a fucking
shit
cartoon.
brick house, dude.
Yeah.
He's a vegan,
opened,
too.
Yeah, I was gonna say we opened for Doyle when they played at Diesel, so that was.
Oh, that's cool.
Just recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
My buddy Shane was out there.
they were at that. And
There's an interview of you interviewing him.
Yeah,
On a bus or some shit,
yeah,
right?
interviewing him on the bus, and then all of a sudden he stops and starts interviewing my daughter. He's like, "Chloe, how you doing?"
That was actually kind of cool though.
Yeah. And she's like, "Okay." She's like playing. Yeah, I play saxophone.
Okay, so fuck these guys for a minute. How'd you get to talk to Nita Strauss?
Oh, I got to do an interview for me.
How?
On Rockstar Magazine.
Who the fuck are you, man?
Dude, I didn't realize she was so famous.
Dude, she's cool as fuck too.
I didn't realize she
And
was so. I'd never heard that name
She's
before
a
until she
fucking
quit.
badass,
And then
too.
I was like, "Who's Nita Strauss?" And I looked her up, and I was like,
Oh yeah, she plays for Demi Lovato now.
She was Alice Cooper's guitar player.
Yeah, and
I was like, I'd never heard of that.
She was
I'd
in the
never heard of her.
Iron Maidens.
This
too,
guy.
So.
We're about to lose him, man.
Why? I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm coming down from the caffeine.
Oh yeah, it is 6 o'clock.
Those are
Get him a
caffeinated
fucking
chocolate
cigarette.
chips. Yeah.
I need a cigarette.
Yeah. So anyway, how'd you get to meet Nita Strauss? Like
I
how
got
that
to
fucking
do
work
some
out?
band interviews. Like, hey, I got to interview Doyle twice. One of them got published. The other one, the sound got fucked up. The guy's Julian K. That used to be
nothing.
Orgy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to do them too, and then Nita Strauss with my friend Jeremy, who's a photographer for this Mayhem Rockstar magazine.
Did you get to hug her?
Yeah, I got to. Part of it was because she's in recovery too, just like I am. So we got talking about
Oh.
that. But if you look at that picture of her and I on the bus, I'm standing there looking all stupid. She's smiling, looking all hot. Right next to her, stuck on the wall, is a fucking rainbow dildo. It's just stuck on the wall, dude.
That's fucking awesome.
And someone pointed out, I go, dude, this picture's like 5 years. I never even noticed that. I just started laughing. I'm like, now I can't look at it without looking at that, you know?
You know, I've really always liked this photo. There's a dick on the wall.
Dick on the wall.
I've always really enjoyed this.
You got it framed at Grandma's house.
But she was really cool. Her boyfriend, dude, the drummer, he's super cool too. I got to hang out with him last time they played Machine Shop too. So
Look at you. The most famous people I've met is Catharsis.
Fuck
Oh.
it. And here they are.
Base.
I know.
Basement.
In my
dude.
house, bitch.
Rocking it, man.
Yeah.
Eating cookies.
Eating
you know?
cookies.
Drinking beer,
Yeah.
making music,
You know.
making love.
What your?
Make it
what-
lose.
I'm
I didn't know we were doing that.
That's after the podcast, right?
Oh,
The camera
fuck.
still rolled though.
Well, I guess
Get
we're-
everything off this table now!
I guess we're making a band. Yeah, just clear it off.
All right, there's a chair over there.
Catharsis.
Yeah.
Bear.
Ready?
In the nude.
Are you ready,
Hey,
kids?
we can put whatever on the green screen.
Are you ready, kids? I don't know.
What?
Oh, I was just doing the SpongeBob thing.
All right.
I just wanted to do the SpongeBob thing.
Do it.
Are you ready, kids?
Yeah.
That's it.
Aye, aye,
Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Those are my ears.
Did you just do SpongeBob?
Yeah, his laugh.
I saw a video of the guy who does the voice. He actually does
Tom
that.
yeah. That's how he does it. I saw a video of him doing it. I'm like, that's funny.
That's funny because that's how Jello Biafra sings, and there's no hand movement.
Yeah.
It's a holiday. Yeah. How do I do it? It's a holiday. Cambodia.
The dead Kennedys. I think I saw a
Dude,
video of what is it? Surge from System doing that live.
Yeah.
I think. I
He's
don't know.
got the vibrato. Oh, that's
Yeah,
right,
and it was actually pretty good. I don't know what year it was. It might have been early 2000s, but I remember he was doing Holiday in Cambodia.
I want to say I saw them. It was 2004, 2005, something like. They played Joe Louis, and it was Coheed and Cambria, Mars Volta, and
Mars Volta.
Yeah.
The Mars Volta's cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was a good show, man. And that's how I learned how to sneak snacks into a concert. So that's, when you take 14-year-old kids to a show, pay attention.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, that's it, man,
So if you had to pick one band to play with, and you can't say Gojira, you can't say all these fucking other bands. Yet some local band that you haven't played with yet, you guys admire, love, whatever, or just want to play a gig with. Besides Harry Queen,
yeah,
who would it be?
I'd like to play a show, like a dual headline show with Bulgara. They're pretty cool. It's a pretty cool band.
I'm not hip to them.
Check them out.
You just make the band name up?
No, Bulgara.
No, Bulgara.
No, they're
Oh, it's real?
Yeah,
Yeah. Pretty good.
wings made of wax.
Ravager.
How about you, Tony Hawk?
I don't know. Like, I feel like
Call him Tony Hawk.
what happened to Drew Brees?
He looked at me when I said it.
Come on, man.
Who haven't we played with like around here?
That's
though?
That's good.
I feel like we've played with so many groups.
How long has Catharsis actually been around? Not to cut you off.
Okay. So we played our first show September 2019. Played another show in November 2019. A couple of Hot Rock shows at the beginning of 2020. Then didn't do any shows except for one Diesel show in 2021, and then all the other two dudes were gone. And then November-ish of 2021, we all started, jamming and practicing.
So about 3
And then
years now.
since, this lineup of the band has been active since last December, and I think we've done like 20-something shows now.
We've done like 17.
How long did it take you guys to become like a cohesive unit with all of you in the band?
A month.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah,
It's
that's
pretty
it.
quick.
This
pretty
lineup of
quick.
the band, it took like a month.
Yeah, it's like we lost our bass player and our drummer, and we got a new bass player and drummer. And Scott, our guitar player, is like, he goes, "Never had this happen." Where I lost 2 members of the band, I got 2 better ones. And no offense to them, they were fucking great too. So
Ollie's badass. Brian's
Yeah.
badass. No offense to Pat and
no, they were great, dude. I love playing with some guys.
Lucas. I forgot his
Lucas,
fucking name for a
yeah.
second.
That's the thing about musicians and in a scene or leaving or joining a band. It's like none of you have to do this. Like nobody has to be a part of a band. If you don't want to be part of a band, you don't have to be part of a band. If you don't want to, or if you lose interest or whatever, this is a hobby.
Just start a podcast.
Yeah, just start a podcast.
It's a podcast. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just have bands come play for you for free. Yeah, because you're not getting paid today. You know that, right?
yeah, we know.
I've
Yeah,
had
okay,
that.
cool.
Yeah, we're just
You
living
got
here.
paid in cookies.
Yeah, there you go.
And hugs.
They're almost all gone.
I'm still waiting for that hug.
And beer.
What is
And beer. And beer.
what's the furthest out you guys played, like city wise?
So far, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to
Toledo,
No, it was
Cleveland.
Where's
it was
Cedar
almost
Point?
to Cleveland.
Where's
It's
Cedar Point
Sandusky.
again? Sandusky.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
It was supposed to be Cleveland.
No, we didn't go to Cedar Point. Don't talk to us from the shitter.
There's a really, yeah, I was gonna say, there's a really cool abandoned hotel right there on your way into Cedar Point. So.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's got a water slide and everything. So one of my plans was to go there and spend the night because all the rooms pretty much are still intact. So I posted some pictures of the place on Instagram. So these other explorer people.
How do you know there's not? How do you know there's not
squatters and shit?
Squatters and
well,
stuff.
there might be, but I mean, I'll fucking throw down whatever, But so I posted some pictures on Instagram, and these people were like, "Hey, where is this?" And I was like, "Is this Maui Sands?" I go, "Yeah, it is." Next thing you know, a group of them, like 12 of them, went there the following weekend. And the cops busted all of them. They all got $500 tickets.
Jesus.
Oops. Y'all got to be slick about it, man. You can't go in there fucking.
Got to go in
people.
undercover.
That's harsh, bro. That's harsh.
It'd be cool to like pop in a place like that, and just do a couple of songs, record it, and then beat it.
Video shoot idea.
Oh, I'd be all about that shit.
Doing a music video in an abandoned hotel.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
If you guys know that band Bass, I hooked them up.
Thanks.
The abandoned Highland Park High School.
Okay, cool.
They filmed one of their videos in there.
How was the piss?
My stream is strong.
Yeah?
Everything came out okay?
I might want to go to the doctor.
Forked in
tomorrow,
half.
though.
Yeah.
What
was the color? Are you well hydrated?
Is it clear?
Not clear.
Yeah,
Not clear.
No.
got
Definitely,
well
definitely not
hydrated.
well hydrated. No.
Kind of like dark yellow, or is it green? I don't know. What
It's
is
like
this?
an orangey
Bunch
red.
of recycled.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It might be a tumor.
A little bit of a green
It's
brown.
not a tumor.
It's a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Kindergarten cop. Just keep going on.
Colorblind guy.
cookie down.
It's like a colorblind guy who goes and takes a piss, but he doesn't know he's got like gonorrhea because he's colorblind. So he's like, that's weird. My piss is a much darker shade of gray than the usual lighter shade of gray it normally is.
That's a Will Sasso vine. Dude, Will Sasso was on what's it called? It was Mad
That's who
TV.
you look like. Fucking Will. Do Kenny Rogers. Do the Kenny Rogers chicken thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, he fucking did he did a Sopranos parody skit on Mad TV.
Yeah.
And he does James Gandolfini, an impression of James Gandolfini.
Well, he fucking looks just like him too.
Perfect. Yeah, he does. He does look like him. Well, he doesn't look like him now because James Gandolfini's dead.
What?
You should use
Good night, everybody.
Breaking news. What's next? The Queen's gonna die? I mean,
There is no Queen of England.
Stop.
What's next? I'm gonna die.
Breaking news. Snot just died.
Snot died with me.
Breaking news.
Spirit.
Breaking news. Catharsis breaks up. Yeah, one of you dying also counts as one of you quitting.
Well, that's a Spinal Tap moment when the fucking drummer dies in a bizarre gardening accident, or fucking randomly fucking explodes on stage,
Spontaneously combusts on stage.
Or, yeah, what do you call it?
Wake up
it's
back.
asphyxiated, but they don't know whose vomit it was. Good
Died
time.
in a coffee can under a bridge.
What happened to Todd? He died on vomit. Not his.
Yeah.
That's fucking
We're
weird.
not sure whose it was. They're currently running
DNA test.
Just laying face down in someone else's vomit.
There's 10 people's DNA in his belly.
And he's pregnant.
And he's dead.
He's gonna have a butt baby.
They're keeping me on life
You're gonna have a baby in your butt, man.
Just to carry the baby.
So, baby in your butt.
That a baby. I just gotta go take a crap.
Can you imagine if dudes like held babies in their nut sacks? And it's just like,
dude, I'd put a fucking handle on it. It'd be like a hobby. It'd be like,
Yeah, that's some Randy Marsh shit there from South Park.
Wait,
Walking around with
When
a
he's jumping on his
wheelbarrow.
nutsack like in the hippity hop.
Yeah.
Just to get the free weed or whatever.
Hey, I won the $2 sandwich.
fuck yeah.
Who's laughing now?
So earlier you said you guys you're recording.
That's not true. We didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did.
It's a rumor on the internet.
Jamie, pull that up.
Where are you guys
It's a
recording
Joe
at?
Rogan joke. Never mind.
Where are you guys allegedly recording at?
We record everything from the rehearsal space, my house,
Okay.
Catharsis headquarters, pretty much. We
HQ.
for drums. We have a friend who's
Who
in
has a
another
studio?
band called Animal, and he's
Yeah,
got a
I've heard of
basement
him.
studio,
Yeah.
and he gladly
Recorded
likes to
drums.
record just bands in general. There's a band that Shane from Cyanide is in. He's in a band called Disorderlies. He's in that punk
Disorder
band.
Die.
And
so is Animal back together? Did they lose a bass player or some shit?
No.
They lost. They lost a singer, and then they had a keyboard player / guitar player, and they immediately it looked really, really good, and then it couldn't. It fell through. So
they moved ways with the singer, and the keyboard player wanted to play guitar.
Yeah, because we were supposed to play with them at Diesel.
Yeah, the keyboard player had been playing keyboards like competitively since he was a little kid, and so they're like, "Hey, we want you to be the keyboard player," because they want that '80s sound.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't want to play keyboards. I want to play guitar." And he's like, "I'm just not interested." It was nothing. It's nothing toxic. We're all friends. We all hang out. We're all like everyone's cordial. They're really nice guys. They're still a band. The lineup that they have is phenomenal. They're changing some stuff, but I mean they're.
You guys played to a click track, right?
I played it with click,
yeah,
right? Yeah. That's what that old crazy shit is back there.
He records drums over there. Our producer pretty much tells us like, "Hey, this mic needs to be like this. Make sure that you use this. Don't."
Basically,
fuck this up."
giving us a roadmap of like, all right, so these are the how many inputs are you guys working with okay, so how many cymbals? We can close mic these cymbals, really do that, and us just kind of a communication thing. And I go over there and I record drums, and then once I'm done with recording drums over there, just come back. And because Aaron has his wonderful Line 6 Helix that direct in, and I have a smaller recording thing at my house. So they come over.
We just dump it right into the interface.
Well, we put it
right
into a
the
DI box.
interface.
We put it into a DI box first.
DI, so the split signal, so that obviously when we send it over, if our man wants to reamp it, give it a new thing, so it's like he has the clean channel to do so. But for our stuff, it's all we've got that. Everybody, both of them are happy with the tone that they can get out of that. So we just record through there. Everybody gets headphones, and because it's so streamlined for recording, it's like, all right, well, all of you guys know how to stop and start and add a new track and do this, so it's like you can operate at your own thing. You can go down there and just hang out and
record
and just record
until you get all your shit done.
And there's not like everybody in the room watching you perform and be like, hey, I know that you haven't really recorded a bunch, but now we're gonna sit you down in this room in front of all this crazy shit, and you got to play everything.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. So
our two newest songs that we put out were called Insomniac and Ghost Aren't Afraid of Ghosts, and both of them we did with this guy, and both of them, I mean, amongst our own personal opinions, sound really good.
Yeah.
Production-wise, we had a couple of guys walk up to us and be like, that's the best sounding, amongst our friends, I mean. And even friends that had worked in actual studios, whether it was Pro Sound Studios or the Sound Shop or whatever, but they're like, that sounds good. It sounds like we made some fuck-ups with miking the drums and not using the best vocal mic or leaving.
You don't always have to do that though.
There's
no right or wrong way to do this shit. Man.
Leaving reverb on the guitars when we record them, so that way they're baked onto the track.
That.
Yeah, so it's just silly mistakes, but I mean they still sound cool. And the funny part is, in my old band, we recorded at Pearl Sound Studios, and there was never a real amp turned on. It was all the shit that we use.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is, the official word is. I'm like, oh, we recorded with this or we used that or whatever the fuck. But I mean, it was all.
Does it really matter though?
No,
as long as you get a great sound.
It was all digital, emulated shit. It's none of it is a real amp. None of it. And same thing with us. It sounds good, it works, and guess what? You don't. This goes out to just about anybody. You do not have to go to a professional studio to record music. You do not have to work with a professional whatever the fuck to promote your music. If you find a publicist and if you can promote your own music and you have a whether it's plugins on your computer or some kind of amp emulator like we do, and you have a friend who has the mics to record the drums, because I don't really know much about that, but as
that's
long as you use
art form right there, man.
Yeah. You don't have to go and let somebody scam you and give them.
You don't got to break the fucking bank.
You don't have to break the bank to fucking record your own music,
especially nowadays.
The trick is to get a good drum sound, though, man.
To get a good drum sound
is triggers and all that shit.
I don't use triggers. I
want that live drum sound, man.
Yeah. I'm not really. I'm okay with sampling. Getting a good sample pack of sounds at the end of or beginning or end of a recording session.
I mean, honestly, that's what I do here for the live stuff.
Yeah, you get the drums with
kind of have to
good samples, and you just throw them over. It's not bad, but it's that's really all you need. I don't like to go overboard with that. I don't like to go overboard gating the drums. Especially trying to get everything super nice and precise and
I think
accurate.
a natural room reverb on drums sounds amazing.
And I love like the raw sound of just any albums, because I grew up listening to, I think, overproduced. They sound good, but like these prog albums that it's just like, yeah, you recorded in the same $1 million studio and you got the same fucking drum sound, the same damn guitar sound. It's like nothing sounds. It's nothing catching me. But when I listen to, when I started getting into the new metal bands, like Snot and all these other guys, it's different, because you can tell that these guys, it sounds like drums sound like they were recorded in my basement, but it sounds fucking cool.
It's real. It's organic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also to jump back just for a second and to kind of bring up what you said earlier, like with the help of the internet, there are so many professional, qualified dudes with degrees who are freelance audio engineers who will produce your shit. And like our guy, I think he's a Northern Michigan alumni.
Alpena, Michigan.
Yeah. Legit audio engineer, and he goes back and forth. He's not like, hey, it's this much, but if you guys like, if you guys like want me to change a bunch of stuff, like, because the dude that a previous producer I've worked with has been like, yeah, but if you guys want to change anything, like, it's going to cost extra money for me to edit. Like, oh, you don't like the way that sounds? Okay, well, I can pitch adjust it, and it'll take me 5 minutes, but then it's going to be an additional $400. This guy's just like, yeah, I'm not going to change my price on it. And he goes back and forth.
He's even really.
That's too. Hey, that's a little too loud. Or hey, could you maybe like turn the treble up on the guitar? Or I don't really like the way my toms sound. Whatever. He's like, okay, yeah, and we'll bounce back and forth. He'll send it to us. We'll listen to it. Everybody, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? This could be better. Whatever. This. We send it back, and within reason, because he's a legit engineer. You
right.
know, if as long as it's within reason, he'll be like, yeah, I can change that. I'll turn that up. And if it doesn't work, he doesn't just go like, well, it's not going to happen. He'll like explain himself and whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many dudes like I'm not trying to say that he's not great, or you're not one in a million, but there's a shit ton of dudes who are freelancing and just taking. I mean, they're just taking gigs. You want me to produce it? I'll produce it. Sure. There's a ton of people like that. Don't go to a fucking studio and let somebody scam you out of your money. Or just go to a studio and whatever you don't have the means to do by yourself, go to a studio and do that. If you don't have the means to record drums, go to a studio and like really know the songs and go in there and in a day fucking record all your drums.
Yeah.
Our guy too is very, very humble. He's like he'll talk about stuff to us. Like I remember when we made a couple mistakes. Like, hey, you guys didn't do DI tracks. I don't have any, and I was just like, oh, and he's just like, that's cool. I'm not calling you guys out. I'm just as much learning as we're going along, just like you are. But it's an information passing thing. It's just like, hey, you didn't know this? Well, now you do. I didn't know that until like 3 months ago, and I feel like I should pass that on to you. You didn't know it, now you do. Now we all do. It's great, and he's very
knowledge is
very
power,
giving.
and
we all gotta help each other.
We have access to a lot of knowledge.
And along with the freelance
priceless,
guys,
man.
The last thing that I'll add to that, it's like even bands will produce themselves, like the Toxic Garbage.
Avenged Sevenfold, their first couple albums, our first like 2 or 3 albums. Actually, I think all of them are self-recorded and produced.
I mean, it's so easy.
You
to
can
do
actually have a
nowadays.
shitty recording. A friend of mine's band did this. They had a pretty
we have
subpar
one sent to our EP.
but they sent it off to somebody have them master it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
holy shit balls, dude. Mind-boggling.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what we do. Like, because it doesn't sound good. I mean, it doesn't sound like professional when we just like have the tracks.
Right.
We send it to this dude. I mean, we're just recording it the right way. It doesn't mean just because it's recorded the right way that it's automatically going to sound good. Like unmixed, unmastered, tampered. Fucking, if you just threw everything into a file, it's like, oh, here I hear a China cymbal and I can kind of hear someone yelling in the background. And,
right.
It's fucking metal too. It's like
Oh yeah, metal.
leeway.
So
Yeah.
the stuff that you recorded so far, what platforms are they available on?
Everything.
Okay.
Everywhere. If you look up Catharsis and
Are they on Tinder?
Spotify, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, YouTube.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Tight.
Yeah. Everything.
OnlyFans.
Maybe they.
Yeah.
It's on my OnlyFans.
Only
It's on
wieners?
Fans.
Only Wieners.
Yeah.
We'll do OnlyFans sometime.
My OnlyFan is Carlos Spicy Wiener 69. If you want to hear
Isn't that
Catharsis-
Dave?
I want to make one just for the girls.
Dude,
Call-
Dave
call it
goes by
Bologna
Carlos
Pants.
Spicy Winner sometimes.
Carlos Spicy Wiener
I'm
here.
not even shitting.
Carlos Spicy Wiener here.
I really thought you were talking about him. What did he steal that from then?
It's Family Guy.
Probably Family Guy.
No shit. Now I got to call him out.
Oh, man.
I did not know that.
Also, I don't know if you guys are wristband people, but we have these. So,
hell yeah.
and I have 3. So one of you can have like 2. You know,
Well, Dave will get one.
Yeah, we'll give one to Dave.
Give one to Dave.
Yeah.
All right.
What
But
are the
do you?
Is that a cock ring?
These
It could be.
It could be.
It depends on how tight you want it to fit.
Jesus Christ. Is it a cock ring?
It's pretty impressive, right? I'll show you later.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's tight.
yeah.
almost made it right on.
You did.
Yeah.
You got a ringer.
Ringer.
And this is for
These are cool,
this
man.
Dave
That's
fellow,
for that Dave.
Carlos Spicy Wiener.
Yeah.
Carlos Spicy Wiener here.
Get your bracelet.
All right, so let's wrap this shit up, man. Get these guys out of here.
Yeah, I got football to watch.
Hey, I'm
Yeah, I
not
got
going
football.
nowhere till someone eats those last 2 cookies.
I thought we were just getting started. What the fuck?
I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, we're really getting into a rhythm.
Well, I have plenty of things to say. God damn it!
I'm gonna go to the bar. You guys talk out.
Okay, I'm going to ask you an important question.
Please do.
Okay. Who's more likely to have, what do you call it, air freshener in their bathroom, men or women?
Women, because they know that men are going to come and take a colossal shit in their bathroom.
And that pussy stinks.
I gotta ask
And that
those,
pussy stinks.
I gotta ask those important questions nobody dares to, so, you know,
Dang.
working on it.
This man's
Gotta be
asking the
bold.
real
Favorite
fucking
rap
dirt.
group?
I'm getting down to the nitty
I don't
gritty.
really like rap.
That's not the question.
That's the correct answer.
You don't have like a single one?
Not really, man.
Rap group, as in there's more than one rapper involved?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Could be one.
Oh,
Could be,
Digital
could be
Underground.
14. Wink, wink. That's the correct answer.
Public Enemy or
Side
Run
Hill.
DMC, Run DMC,
Yeah.
Run DMC.
Yeah, fuck
yeah.
NWA.
Yeah.
NWA just for Ice Cube, though. I forgot what...
Cube's badass.
Dude, I forgot what
No
Ice Cube
Easy.
album it was, but I listened to an Ice Cube album when I was like, my dad really liked Ice Cube and Kendrick Lamar and shit, so it was all on my iPod.
Yeah.
And I remember I had
Body count?
one of Ice Cube's albums, and it starts with this dude like at a hospital, and the lady's like, and she's like, Mr. Ba Ba Ba, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
yes, that's
They
me.
might shoot him.
Yeah. He goes, because you hear Ice Cube coming,
Like,
and he goes,
Mr.
"All right."
White.
And he's like, all right. Oh, looks like you need to get a shot. All right,
Yeah.
we'll just rub a little alcohol.
brace yourself.
Yeah, we'll rub a little alcohol here and brace yourself. And then you just hear him shoot him. Dude, that used to make me laugh so hard when I listened to
Dude,
that as a kid.
He fucking hates white people.
Who?
Ice Cube.
I'm okay with that.
I don't mind it either because I don't like a lot of white people either.
You know what? I don't like a lot of people, period. I don't care what color they
Valid.
are.
That's what kept me from dallying in the alley. Fuck people.
Yeah.
You know?
I went to that. That's pretty
I'm
cool.
not worried about COVID. I'm just worried about fucking...
I work with the light guy.
Fuck
from that.
everybody. Yeah. Come on.
I'm not worried about code. I'm just worried about talking to people.
FTW.
Yeah, exactly.
I just like people who like Catharsis.
Fuck the record. Fuck the people.
Well, I mean, you have 2 new fans right now.
Yeah, you do.
Check that shit out.
Hey, you know what I do to
fans.
Catharsis fans, don't you?
Okay.
What?
Turn that fucking
Catharsis.
camera off and you'll find out.
Fartix.
Fuck
Leave it
around
on and
and
we'll
find
have
out.
some
around,
alternative
find out, yeah.
content.
You ever watch gorilla porn?
As I say, you're not done until the gorilla's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rule of thumb about having
what?
sex with a gorilla, you're not done till the gorilla is done.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Go.
All right, so let's wrap this shit up. You guys have any gigs coming up? This is not going to air till next Friday.
Okay, so
like
on the
anything after
Friday, if you're listening to this right now and you made it all the way to the end, come out to
nobody
We're
will.
playing at the Diesel right now. We're at the Diesel right now. We go on at 11 p.m., which means that you have time to get there. We're gonna play a 45-minute set. We're gonna play all of our best songs. You better be there.
September
and if you're
16th?
not, and if you're not there on September 16th, yes. But if you're not there on
September
August
18th.
September, August, July.
September 18th.
September 18th, we're doing a Battle of the Bands in Roseville. It's for people
at
recovering.
Live Right, yeah.
Yeah, the Live Right.
Wait,
yeah,
where
yeah.
at?
Yeah.
Live Right Battle of the
Recovery.
Bands.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
No shit.
Yep.
We were going
be-
to enter that last year, but everyone's like, you know, they're all drunk. And I'm, like, I'm the only one that's in recovery. so.
We're playing at 7, I think. Come there.
Where's
Make a
that
lot of
place at?
noise.
It is
It's
on
in
Gratiot
Roseville.
between 11 and Martin.
It's the
Really?
Memorial Park.
Oh yeah, it's a park. That's right.
Yeah.
Huron Park, correct? Yeah, it's on.
I thought it was
Frazo.
Memorial Park.
Maybe it is.
Oh,
Frazo.
Huron-
It
oh.
says like Frazo and Kelly or something like that.
Well, you should come to that. And if
Yeah.
you don't,
My kids went to
Rob's
school
house.
I'm
there.
not officially allowed to say, but November 4th,
Wink,
keep your
wink.
schedule open.
Wink, wink.
Please.
For
A show.
That may
That
or may not be in
involves bands.
Chesterfield, Michigan. What?
Yeah, in Chesterfield, Michigan. We're gonna make an official post very soon.
Okay.
So,
And
Also-
who else might be?
I
playing?
can't say. That's kind of part of the surprise.
Did you sign like an NDA on this?
A what? Yeah, I did.
It's bands
No.
we like, and bands everyone else is gonna like.
He can't say Slayer's reuniting.
No,
We'll just say that this show will cover all of the bases of music that you could hear in the Detroit music scene.
Yep.
We're covering all of
Nice.
our bases. That's
So you're opening for Sponge.
you'll be listening. everything that's
Wait,
getting
20
played,
wait.
someone will find something to like.
And
Sponge always plays Diesel on the 20th. right before Thanksgiving. Is that the Wednesday before Thanksgiving?
No, it's like 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
You said the 24th?
No, the 4th.
The 4th.
Oh, okay.
A couple days after Halloween. My
November
bad.
4th.
And this October we're launching like Twitch platforms and stuff. So
October,
stay updated.
Twitch. We're gonna start live
we got a
streaming.
lot of things we're starting up
I
in
guys
October.
could be like just gaming and sitting around and
Well,
Part
me
of
and him are gonna be doing some Madden stuff because we're football nerds. And,
obviously.
I thought you said Madness,
But,
like you guys got a ska band too.
but we're gonna start
one
like
step beyond.
take cover requests, do covers within reason. Cover requests, perform stuff, kind of like let people request songs. It's just going to be rehearsal stuff. It's just for fun, just for shits and
Got our
giggles.
well,
Q&A video
I'm gonna
came
give you a
out,
little
too.
heads up now.
Oh yeah, and we're working on a Q&A.
Learn London
YouTube.
Dungeon. I'm gonna request it.
Wait, what did you say?
YouTube.
Oh yeah, on YouTube. We're working a Q&A. We're going to do a Q&A. There's still posts on our Instagram and our Facebook and our Twitter and all that shit. Just if you have a question or you want to ask a question, they're both on there. You just go on there and comment whatever you want to know, and then in October we're gonna make the actual video and answer them all.
Oh fuck yeah!
Nice. We tried something with Todd.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
they were terrible.
Ask Tom anything.
No, they were terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went up to random people on the street. I'm like, hey, if you could ask Todd anything, what would it be? And then we sat him down. He answered, and his answers were junk.
Yeah.
We never used it.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
Oh, you guys will want to become famous and die in a horrible car wreck.
Well, I mean,
Like, we got this rare footage of
That'll
Todd
go viral.
as an
Literally
idiot.
the fucking snot singers.
we can only hope.
Yeah. You don't want to let all that go to waste.
I didn't delete it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All right. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for coming by.
Thank you. It was a
Absolutely.
blast.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for having
y'all.
us.
Yeah.
And good luck to y'all.
Thank you
Get
so
the fuck
much.
out of my house.
All right.
Oh.
The song's called Praised.
You're
your windows, turn out your lights for thrills and chills await you every Saturday afternoon at 2 on the Detroit State of Mind! Stay with a friend. Say your prayers as grisly ghouls close in to seal your doom. You won't sit still as demons, mummies, and mysterious forces hunt down their victims and cause your blood to run cold from the terror you'll experience on Detroit State of Mind! Every Saturday at 2 p.m. right here on Detroit State of Mind!
I'm Dave, and he's Rich, and thanks for tuning in to the Detroit State of Mind podcast. Join us again next week for more shenanigans and probably a lot of fucking swear words. Good evening, sleep tight, don't let the fucking bed bugs bite, all that other good shit.
With the Detroit State of Mind podcast.
The Detroit State of Mind podcast.
The Detroit State of Mind podcast. The Detroit State of Mind podcast.
Fuck you.
I wish they'd play my band. I doubt it.
Fuck you.